The football team has no name. The New York Giants fans have no shame. And it's been Batman forever since the Cowboys won the big game. You are now watching a Philly Fuego production. Gracias, amigos. Fly, Eagles, fly. Welcome to the Nest Out West, where Eagles fans are always the best. I will always ride or die for this team, and when I'm gone, please bury me in green. Now I don't want to come off like I'm bragging, but I'ma bring the heat like an effing dragon. You can call me Fuego, aka Phillyzilla, coming to you like the Thriller in Manila. Lots of collabs and live streams galore. You're gonna love what I have in store. Giving you my all, I always will try. And just remember, it's fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah.
What is good? What is going on? What is cracking? I am Philly Foothills, and I am back in Nest Out West. I'm trying to bring you the best place to come get shit off your chest when it comes to our Philadelphia Eagles. What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody is happy, safe, and well, and able to check this live stream out in a safe and peaceful setting. I'm live not only on my channel, The Nest Out West, with your boy here, Philly Foothills, but also we are live on both channels. Live here with also my guy, AK Eagles of Eagles Uncensored podcast. I'm so glad you guys are here tonight. Thank you. We already got 6 people in the live stream, so let's go. Let's get it cracking. AK, my guy, it's Tuesday. Victory, we're settling into that victory. Maybe we can string a couple together. How you feeling, my guy, tonight? What's going on?
Yeah, nah, man, I'm doing really good. You know, can't complain. You know, it's what'd you call this? Taco Tuesday for you?
Yeah,
Taco, TALK. Well, mine's Wagyu Wednesdays. So no. Anyway, no, I just can't live it down anymore because Jink's already Wagyuing my meat over here. That's sorry, inside joke. You weren't there for that one last night, but. Yo, Class of 5 with Joel. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming in, man. Thank you for the love and support. Very, very genuine Giants creator right there. You know, that is my boy. Yeah, he might be on a different team, but he's very respectful and he knows his shit. So if you have not, if you don't know of him or you haven't heard of him before or seen any of his content, yeah, he is a giant creator, but go check him out. I mean, he does do everything. I mean, on Saturdays, he does do, I think it's like 12-hour long streams for college football. He'll start at noon and go till like midnight. So
he's the one that like goes all day long. I've heard of him. I've heard of him before. Yeah,
he's really good at what he does. So cool. Definitely shout out to Joel, man. Good guy right there. Bad team, good guy. So
yeah, it's never easy to stream that long, you know, or even close to that long. So yeah, I haven't seen any of his stuff yet, but hats off to him just for doing that. You know,
yeah,
that's cool, definitely. And yeah, we got some regulars in here as well. BLSG, he's always in our live streams. He said, "What's good, guys? I would join you guys by clicking the link. However, I am not feeling good. I have a high fever, headache, and stuffy nose. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers." Yeah, it's definitely cold and flu season, along with obviously, you know, COVID's still prevalent. So yeah, definitely take care. SG, get your rest, take that vitamin C, take that zinc, and yeah, would definitely be praying for you guys to be recovering soon.
Luckily, you're still young, man.
Exactly. Got that young immune system. So yeah, just get your rest and yeah, don't be on, try to limit, get your sleep, get that good sleep, because sleep is very overrated these days, especially with the young kids. You know, they like to stay up late, get up, you know, always be on the electronics and stuff like that. So definitely make sure you get your sleep, my guy. He said, yeah, but it'll always be fly, Eagles, fly, and go Birds.
I'm starting to realize, my guy, I am starting to be a bad influence on people on YouTube. Yeah, I'm fucking Jinx up. He's corrupted already.
What's up, Jinx?
Backyard's Bird podcast. He's getting there. He's almost there. In fact, he's probably there. I'm sorry. I even turned big play Slay into a potty mouth recently, so I apologize to everyone. I did not expect it to take that effect. But yeah. So I could never be a bad influence. I appreciate the kind words, Jordy, but I know you're full of shit.
What's going on, Jordy Fighter, Jinx Wolf? We got a Milt in the house as well. Yes, sir. Philly Girl 76. Tune in from the road. What's good? Hey,
yes,
we're
in a while.
Yes, yeah, I appreciate you. We appreciate you being here. Definitely. Bobby Murphy. What's going on, Bobby? Who else was in here? Let's see. Ryan Rowe. He said, "What's up, Philly Foothills and Eagles Uncensored podcast?" What's going on, Ryan? Appreciate you checking in, my dude. Yeah, Classified said,
No
thank
problem,
you for that
man.
shout out.
Anytime.
Jinx Wolf said, "Yo, Nest Out West, did you see the picture of Eagles fans standing next to each other with the jerseys that say Long Cox hurt?"
No, did you see that, dude? That was at the game. That was fucking hilarious. Mitch pulled it up last night. There was 3 Eagle fans with the Chris Long, Fletcher Cox, and Jalen Hurts jersey, and it read "Long Cox hurt," and it's like that is fucking awesome.
That's hilarious. It really is. What up? He said, "What up, Joel?" Yep. What's going on, guys? Backyards Bird Podcast. What's going on? What up? What up? Yep. Yeah, Jordy said, "AK, you can never be a bad influence."
Oh, you were so wrong. Oh, so you take advantage of the name of my podcast. I get it. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, hey, take advantage where you can take advantage. Definitely.
Yeah. Hey, I made this so you can come and be yourself. So if that's being yourself, it's all fun and games, man. I love it.
Yeah. We got Jay Milton from Jersey. He said, "What's going on, guys? Good to be here, especially after a win. Fly, Eagles, fly." Absolutely. 100%. Definitely. It's always great to get together after, during a victory week. And, I think if we play our cards right this weekend, we could probably make it our first 2-game winning streak and maybe actually get a home game. We haven't had one in almost a whole year. It's been like 300 last I heard it was like 330 something days since the Eagles last won a home game. So they're definitely overdue. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, man, it's honestly a disgrace, to be honest. I don't think in my life we've ever actually been dominated at home like we have been lately.
Right. Usually Philly's a place that we dominate, where teams do not want to come in and play because, the fans are rabid. The weather at times can be tricky to deal with. It's windy sometimes in Philly, so, there's different aspects to it that, just haven't been playing in our favor as of late. But hopefully we can turn the tide this weekend because, what are your thoughts right now? I know it's kind of early in the week, but, if you had to put a percentage-wise right now on us getting a victory this weekend against the Saints at home, what do you think? What would you put it on?
70%. Okay. The only reason I say that is I believe this game is going to be a very big defensive game. All right. Our offense, I believe, is moving a lot better and way more sound than the Saints right now. We all understand Trevor Siemian is total garbage. We all know that. Yeah. So I'm not worried there. I wasn't worried even with Jameis Winston. So Trevor just kind of makes it even a little better. Not sure if they're going to have Kamara or not yet. Not sure if they're going to have Thomas and some of their key players. So, but in all honesty, though, there's no reason our defense should not be able to take advantage of this game.
A lot like they did against Denver, right?
Yeah.
We were able to take advantage of a subpar quarterback and kind of really bully them. And I think if we get out to an early lead like we did against Denver, I think we're going to have a really good shot this weekend. Yeah, I really do. And I'd put it at about 65, 70%, right around there. Yeah, I agree with you definitely.
And not just that, dude, but I told you a stat backstage, and I'm gonna say it right now before we even get into this stuff. I've done some research, and over the last 3 weeks here, Hurts has had the best QBR rating in the NFL over the last 3 weeks at 85. That means something.
Wow.
That's the best in the NFL in the last 3 weeks. Our quarterback doesn't look like much. It doesn't seem like he did, but he did. Shout out. Well, not a shout out, but Dan Orlowski, he pissed us off during the offseason, but he's actually the one I got this from today. They were talking about so far this season, and he said, he's trying to prove his critics wrong, and he's doing a good job with it. He started out rough, but he's improving. And the last 3 weeks having the best QBR rating, man, that should mean something to fans, to the owners, to the head office, to the coaches, everyone needs to look at that and realize, that's a very important stat, especially in the QBR, the QBs.
Yeah. And, it's to me, it's not super surprising because of the fact that, that interception that he threw this past weekend was the first one that he had thrown since the Tampa Bay game. So, that's one thing that he's definitely progressed in this year, and that's taking care of the football. Mm-hmm. He's not turning the ball over like he did last year, because he in the short amount that he did play last year, he kind of had a little bit of a, turnover issue, but he's definitely seemed to have corrected that and to be moving forward. And that's a big area for me, second year guy to be moving forward in, and that's taking care of the football like he has been. And his numbers may not look flashy like you said, but that's because of the fact that, especially for like the last 2 or 3 weeks now, we've really been committing to the running game a lot more. So, he hasn't needed to pass the ball at nearly as high of a clip, which definitely is going to lower down, it's going to lower his numbers and things like that. But
I don't care if he's only throwing 175 yards a game, dude, as long as we're winning. I don't need a quarterback to go out there and throw 300 yards a game. I mean, would you rather him throw 300 yards a game and lose, or would you rather him throw 170, 180 yards a game and win? I'll take the W every day.
Absolutely. It's always about the W. Yeah. No matter how we can get it. Absolutely. I agree with you. Definitely. And, shout out to Nina Alston. She in here. I haven't seen that name in a minute, but what's going on, Nina? How you been? Appreciate you checking in. She said Saints run defense is pretty good. If we run on them successfully, it could be scary.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
They have a good defensive line, kind of like us, and you can't forget about Lattimore. He's still a pretty damn good corner. I mean, this defense is still kind of stacked. They still have Malcolm Jenkins. Yeah, they got Cam Jordan.
Right.
I mean, they got so many people. Davenport is still there, I believe, right?
Yeah. I mean, they like you said, they have a championship level of a defense right now. It's just the offense that's really fallen off, especially since Drew Brees has retired, so, and then with them losing Jameis Winston to his knee injury, I mean, that's really set them back.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm with you, Nina. If we can run on this defense, I'm sure we'll not have an issue the rest of the season. I mean, I think after this game, I believe the Giants are the real big opponent for us at the end. I mean, Washington, they lost Chase Young. He's out. So, I mean, I respect Heineke and what he's done. He's a tough individual, but I'm not scared of Washington.
Right. Especially for taking out Tom Brady in the defending champions. Yeah, that was pretty impressive. But they definitely, the football team becomes a lot less scarier without Chase Young. That's very, very true. And he's going to be irreplaceable. He's irreplaceable, that level of talent. But it's going to be up to Montez Sweat to really step up and show that that he can be that guy to really fill that fill that void and try to create for that defense. But we'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. But like you said, our schedule definitely gets a lot easier down the stretch here. I think it does. But in the NFL, any given Sunday, you never really know. We just have to kind of take it week by week, see how we're doing health wise, see how the opponents are doing health wise. Kind of like we're talking about now, like about the Saints being a little beat up. Obviously, Michael Thomas is not. He said he's not playing the rest of this year. He doesn't. He's not trying to rush it back. And
Sweat's on IR too. I didn't know that. With a broken jaw. When did that happen, Joel?
Really?
Broken jaw. How what?
I'll have to double check that.
Damn. Well, that's awesome then, if that's the case.
Right.
That's 2 edge rushers down.
Yep. Oh yeah, we got. Let's see here. Let me catch up on some of these new people in the chat here.
Sorry, we're all over. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there, guys. Definitely. Birdman _951. What's going on, my brother? My West Coast brethren, my West Coast birds. He said number 6 on that like button. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate that. Hey, we've had 9 or 10 people in the stream so far that I've seen. So you guys all make sure that you hit that like button on both channels, because we are live not only on the Nest Out West right here with your guy Philly Foothills, but also we are live on AK Eagles channel, Eagles Uncensored podcast, and we're live on Twitter. So, but make sure you hit the whichever channel you're on right now watching the live stream. Make sure you go over to the other channel and hit that thumbs up. It really, really, it helps push the content out there more and more and gets more eyes on our content and things like that. But we really, really appreciate it.
And it's free.
Exactly.
It helps us and it helps you.
Yep. So. Just like the subscription, it's always free. It's always, it's just it's a part of joining the community and showing your support, showing your love, and all that good stuff. So, I'm gonna have to double check on Montez Sweat thing. That's definitely interesting,
right?
Yeah. Backyard BBP said, "I am proud of her." See, I am too, because not everybody would be able to kind of power through the tough start that we had, and he's continuing to progress, and he's showing. I'm seeing it out there. I'm seeing him stay in the pocket a little bit more when he can, and to try to go through his progressions when he can, when he has the good protection, and I'm seeing him make the completions down the field, when he needs to. So, I am proud of him too. Definitely, he's showing that that he's got a lot of grit. That's for sure.
So, just to let you in, Sweat is on IR.
Is he? Okay. I did not know that. That's news to me.
I didn't know that either. Yeah.
They're definitely thin on the defensive line now, especially with pass rushers, because that's their top 2 guys right there. So, wow. Yeah, they definitely look for the football team's defense to be a little more vulnerable now, especially with Chase Young out. I mean, that's a generational talent right there. That kid's got a motor that doesn't stop. Jinx Wolf said, "What's the first position you think we should go for in the draft?" My opinion is linebacker. Yeah, I mean, linebacker definitely has to be addressed very early in the draft, Jinx, in my opinion as well. It just kind of depends on the best player on the board when our pick comes up. That fits our need, whether it's linebacker, whether it's corner, whether it's defensive end. I think we need to see possibly first or second round to get a defensive end as well. So, because like a lot of people are going to say, what about safety? Well, safety is a position that a lot of times you can fill that void later on in the draft. Get a 3rd or 4th round safety and see what you got there and definitely go forward with that. But what would you say, AK? What position would be on the top of your list right now?
There's only 2 players on the top of my list, especially if we end up between 3 and 6 in the draft picking. My first pick, hands down, is Kyle Hamilton. I'm sorry. I know you said about safety, but you know what? This kid is 6'4". He's a 6'4" safety. I mean, that's like Cam Chancellor fucking height. Like, he's built, dude. He's a very big dude, and we need somebody like that. But, I would definitely go with Hutchinson as well if Kyle Hamilton was gone. Because you know what? we need a defensive end. You know, I know you're a big guy on BG. I'm a big guy on BG, but you know what? 33 years old, coming off an ACL tear. We don't know how it's going to go.
Right.
You know, so I am not Sweat or Barnett is gone this year. He's gone. You know, Sweat, he's still doing his thing, but we definitely need another defensive end. That does suck. I wish we didn't, you know, because we could definitely go somewhere else. But yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go with Hutchinson, man, or Kyle Hamilton, because they're the two guys I believe give you the best chance in the top 10 for our team to be successful and at our team needs, you know.
Yeah. Got you. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I definitely I see what you're saying there. Makes sense.
And even Milton said if you pair Hamilton with Epps, oh my God, dude, you know how they're probably the two hardest hitting safeties there will ever be. You know, I mean, Epps can hit, and Hamilton, he can lay you out. So it would be nice to have that power on the back end again. That two somewhat Brian Dawkins type players, people that are not afraid to get in there and hit you. You know, we need that. We're missing that, and that's what we need. So,
and Epps seems to have a nose for the football. He seems to always be around the football a lot of the time. I'm liking what I'm seeing at a Epps. So I agree with you definitely. You know, the defense has we have some decent depth at certain positions, and he's definitely been one of the key pieces there, definitely for us. Yeah. Jordy Fighter said Hurts has gotten lucky at times when he isn't taking care of the ball. True.
What quarterback doesn't though?
Right. Luck always plays it a little bit into a factor in football. You know, that's it just does to what degree that kind of depends on the game and the situation. But you know, just certain situations are different than others. But yeah, we see what you're saying, Jordy. BBP said through all our bitching and media, but he is amazingly improving. It normally takes 2 to 3 seasons. Yeah, it hurts it. He's improving. We've seen it. We really have. It may not be as much in the win column as we'd like it to be, but that's not always necessarily in his control, because if the defense came halfway to play, even against the LA Chargers a couple weeks ago, you know, we should have won that game. The offense looked very well against the Chargers, you know, so the defense was just the one that was playing freaking, you know, it was like they were playing they were playing Ole out there. They were playing like they were the Matador, you know, they were just the offense run right through us, you know.
Well, you know, I've always said it. Hurts is only going to go as far as he wants to go, you know, and I see his drive and his dedication and his willing to learn. He's definitely a player you can coach. So, I mean, if he's willing to learn and he's willing to put in the time, sky's the limit for this kid. I've always said that. And he is putting in the time. He is putting in the work, and he is studying. Yeah. And you see him making them improvements to get better, you know, and I don't believe he's going to be that type of person like Carson is. You know, once you learn the system, well, there's no more to learn. You know, like, I know it all now. He's not that type of guy. He will always continue to learn year after year, because there's always something to learn, and he knows that.
Right. Yeah. Agreed. We got Coach Dante in the house. What up, Coach? Appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
What's going on, Coach Dante? I know he was on with you last night on your live stream. I seen him on there when I popped in for a little bit. Let's see here. We got Richie MC in here as well. What's going on, Richie? He said AK and Fuego. Yes, sir.
What's going on, Richie? Appreciate you, man, guy.
Yeah.
Raphael.
Yeah, El Capitan is in the house as well. What's going on? What's going on, Raphael? Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Raphael Chachin Montilla.
Richie MC said Birdman _951's opinion on the endangered species list. It's Hurt season, 275 yards, 2 TDs, and a 28-17 win over the Saints. Ooh, I like it. I like it. As long as we're stringing wins together, I like it. Definitely. Bobby Murphy said who has a broken jaw is expected to miss more than a month, though the injury apparently does not require surgery. Defensive end Bunmi Timmy is coming up from the practice squad. Wow, they're getting thin. They are getting thin on the defensive line, that's for sure. Wow. Nina confirmed it. Yeah, AK did as well. What's going on, Mitchkovsky? He said, "What's up, guys? Thank you for Dylan Foothills. You're welcome. You're welcome." Yeah, we did a little bit of trade in our Yahoo fantasy football earlier today. So yeah, I got.
Gave up on that, right?
I know you did.
On that league, I'm done. My week old meats got beat.
Yeah, I think I'm only like a game out of first place in that one now. Let's see.
I know Mitch was trying to uplift me. He's like, "Well, you beat Key." I'm like, "That's 3 fucking wins out of all year. That's not much of an uplift, my guy."
Right. Yeah, I'm only one win. Yeah, because Mitch and who is it? Mitch. I'm clicked off. I know Mitch is in first place at. I think he's at 8-2, and I'm at 7-3. So I'm only one game out of first place right now. So that's cool.
Oh, I know. Every other league I'm in, dude, I'm in 7-2.
I know, and Jordy. And speaking of Jordy, he's killing it in that one league. He's only lost one game this year.
Is that Sub Mondays?
Yeah, Sub Monday League.
Yeah, me and him are going after first place because I only have 2 losses, and I think we play him soon. So
yeah, you guys have definitely been battling it out in that league. I think I'm only like a game or 2 behind you guys in that one as well.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's been an up and down year for fantasy. Jordy Fighter said no good linebackers going high in the first. Well,
yeah, it's really weak with linebackers this year, man. I'm actually pretty depressed about that. The year we actually need them, they don't have any. It's pretty shitty.
Well, Bobby Murphy said defensive end is top on my list. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I mean, I definitely, especially as of late, I like what I've seen out of Davion Taylor. I like what I've seen out of TJ Edwards. So, we definitely have some linebackers to build from. Like you guys said, it's not the draft's not super deep at linebacker. So we'll see where it kind of takes us and who's the best player at the position of a most need. That's what it comes down to for me.
Yes, I agree.
Richie MC said safety may not be in the later rounds. Nate Allen and Jarrett were second rounders. Yeah.
If it was me, man, I would probably go with, like I said, I would go with Kyle Hamilton or Hutchinson with the first pick. The second pick, I would try and get Booth, the corner. Stingley's okay, but I'm sure if we would grab Hutchinson or Kyle, Stingley's gone right after us. So I would try and get Booth with our first if we can. And then third one, who knows, man? I don't even know.
Got you. Yeah. I know it's kind of early, definitely to be talking draft, but big play Slay. What's going on, nephew? Appreciate you being here.
It's always good to talk draft, man. It's not that we're giving up on the season. It's just we're actually intrigued on how well this team can be next year on top of what we were doing this year. So,
yeah. Jordy Fighter said, and Hamilton is a ball hawk more than a heavy hitter. There's a reason I call him the Golden Bullet. Ooh, I like that. The Accurate Bird Podcast said,
what's going on? Your dad's sitting at the living room.
1 second, buddy. I'll be here.
You're good. No problem. Dirty Dozen on the likes. Thanks to yours truly. Hey, appreciate that, Richie MC. Definitely thank you. Make sure you guys do it on both channels. Because we're live not only on my channel, but we're live on also AK's channel. So make sure you do it on both channels. Jay Milton said, if the linebackers keep progressing, can we skip that position in the first round? Well, like Jordy said, right now, it's not looking like there's a whole lot of linebacker first round talent, apparently. So
Maybe we can. Maybe we can go after one in the second. PvP said, "Don't wagyu the Fuego." YN Scar double X. He said 48% of making the playoffs for us right now. 48%. Hey, that's a little bit better than I thought it would be. But what's going on? We appreciate you checking in on the live stream, commenting. Appreciate that. Jordy Fighter said, I'd say we can, even if we don't. Linebackers aren't going high this year like normal. Gotcha, Jordy. Yeah, I guess the depth, the talent level at linebacker, the talent pool is kind of shallow, I guess, this year. But BBP said, yeah, don't wagyu the Fuego, man. I think homegrown is the best way to grow. Okay. Figured you'd appreciate that, AK. Pats or Falcons Thursday? I got Falcons in a messy game. Mac Jones will be responsible for 2 turnovers. Hurts will have better stats than Jones, but they will make the excuses for Jones still. Yeah. I don't see the Falcons beating the Patriots on Thursday. I don't think so. That would be probably one of the biggest upsets of the season, especially the way the two teams have been playing as of late. So,
Gio.
What's going on, Gio? Appreciate you being here. Jinx Wolf said, I'm back.
Well, I guess I'll just go lay in bed.
Jay Fizzle, he said, what's good? What's going on, Jay Driz?
Fizzle Dizzle. What's going on?
Pats, yeah. He said, Atlanta literally just lost a 28-3 lead again. LOL. AK in the nest from the trio of Pablo Mucci, Daniel Hill. Huh? Oh. Yeah. We were on their show with them. I think that's the one he's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jordy Fighter, I wouldn't call linebackers that shallow, only overshadowed by a couple top guys here and there from different positions. Got you, Jordy. Okay. Well, but if they're not if there's not a whole lot of first round linebackers out there, I mean, to me that would make it a little bit of a shallow pool at linebacker. Gio said, no problem. Glad you're streaming tonight. Had a rough day at work. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Gio. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad that you're home now, and hopefully you're resting safe and well and able to watch this live stream with us in a safe and peaceful setting. Really hope so, and I hope your night gets better. And I'm like again, I'm sorry you had a bad day. Then that always sucks to have a rough day at work. It's never fun. Nina said, "Where do you guys see us these last 7 games?" Let's see, Nina. So, where's my?
Oh. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. So Nina wants to know where we see us in these last 7 games. So we have the Saints at home this week. Next week we're at Get a Life Stadium, and then the following week we're still at Get a Life Stadium to play the Jets. And then we have our bye, and then we have the football team, the Giants, the football team, and then we end the season with the Cowboys.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this team really plays down the stretch, because there is a very good chance that we could string some wins together, don't you think?
Yeah. No, I think sadly we'll probably split with the Giants. I only say that just because it's the NFC East, man. We play each other hard every year. You know, it's really hard to sweep in this division. You know, it really is.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll have an issue sweeping Washington as much now, with all their injuries lately. But definitely, though, I mean, it all depends on if they get Galladay back, if they get Saquon back. They got a lot of injuries too. But I can see us winning the next two. This one, Giants at home. See, that's the thing. We're at MetLife in 2 weeks in a row. What's up, Joey? How you doing, man?
Going on, Shakes. Got a goat in the building.
And we all know how that can be. I mean, we do own their stadium for the most part, but one of them are going to get lucky. Who's it going to be though? Maybe they won't. I don't know. But yeah, I'll go probably with 10-7. Because I don't even think we lose the Dallas last game because they'll probably be sitting everybody.
Yeah, they'll be resting the starters.
I don't really see too many losses, just one from these last 7 games, maybe 2 tops, if that.
Yeah. I'm going to say that we're going to go. I'm going to say that in the last 7, we're going to go 6-1, and I think we're going to split with a division rival, but mine's different from yours. I think we're going to split with Washington. Okay. I think that. Yeah, I think. I just have a feeling that all division games are usually tough and hard fought, but like you said, it's really hard to sweep the division, and obviously we already have a division loss with the Cowboys, but to sweep it, to win all those games down the stretch in that short amount of time, it's going to be tough, but it's not like it's not like we can't do it. I just think that to me, I think Heineke's playing better than Daniel Jones at this point, and I think that the football team has a better chance of beating us one of those games than the Giants do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Joey, I am outside, dude. Not cold though. I have a heater here. I do this shit in my garage at nighttime because, I don't smoke in the house because of my kids. My son, who's 4, he has Downs and he has immune disorder, autoimmune. So I don't do it there. And then my daughter, she's 5, so it's just to keep the smoke out of the house. And when I talk football with this man, especially, I just relax and have cigarettes. So I just do it in my garage. It just makes it a lot easier, man. But I'm not cold though. I'm good.
All right. So Nina she said that's what I got, 10-7. Okay. Yeah. That would be nice. I mean, we could finish. Yeah. We could finish 10-7. That's a great improvement from last year. That's for sure. So.
Yep. No, it's very doable, man. I mean, in all honesty, we talked a little bit about it last night. It's one of those things where if we make it to the playoffs as a wild card this year, to me, this season is already a win. People have already sat here and they have said, hey, we are only going to win 4 games this year. All these people have put us down in the dirt all year long. So, I mean, a victory is just making playoffs to me, man. Coming off 4 wins last year, and if we can squeak in, hey, I have no complaints, man. I really don't. Even if we would lose in the first or second round of the playoffs, that's a win to me because no one expected this team to get there this year. Some people did. I know we all had hopes of 10, 11 wins, and if that happens, awesome. But if it doesn't, hey, as long as we get over 4 wins, it's a win to me because, that just shows improvement. If you go from 4 to 7, 8 wins, well, that's improvement to me. So,
Yeah. And we've already reached our win total from last year. So, I mean, we're doing something right now. So,
yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually tied for that. Yeah, from last year's win total. Yeah, we absolutely are. We really, really are. And that's, to me, that's a sign that we're headed in the right direction. You know, and especially if we can start building some confidence and stringing some wins together. Like if we win this weekend, that could really give us a lot of confidence going into some easier games down the stretch. So
Yeah.
and we're getting the Saints at an opportune time for us. You know, they're beat up. They've lost their quarterback. Their star running back is got a flat tire right now. His ankle or foot, right?
Yeah.
Is it? I think it's his ankle. I've heard that. Yeah. So he may not play this weekend, Kamara. So we'll see.
Yeah, I know no one wants a moral victory. I know we want it. You know, it's either win or bust. But with all the negatives that we had last year, and all the bullshit we dealt with in the off season, and everything that we've done, listen, it's Atlanta, Saints, Carolina, all these guys. They're in for the wild card, and we've beat them. So we have the tiebreaker there. We don't have to win 10 games technically to get in. We might be safe with 7 or 8, but I want 10. I do. I want to shut everyone up that sat here and disgraced us all season long. Oh, you guys ain't shit. You're only 4-win team. You're nothing. You're going to have the first overall pick. Your QB sucks. Your wide receivers suck. Your defense sucks. Well, fuck you.
Yeah.
Because we're coming for you.
That's right.
It's that simple. Don't shut the door yet. Because our foot's there. And we're coming.
We are. I think we're slowly finding the identity of this football team. And the more and more we settle into that, the more dangerous we're going to be. I guarantee you on that one, because as long as Jalen has a good running game going, then he's going to be able to feed off of that, and that just takes a lot of pressure off of a young quarterback. It's invaluable how much that's really benefits a young guy like Jalen Hurts. Because he doesn't have all the he doesn't have all of the he doesn't have the strongest arm. He doesn't have all the top end talent that you would want. Yeah, as a franchise quarterback, but that doesn't mean he can't get there, though. It doesn't mean he can't build and progress and get there eventually. It's just it's going to be a work in progress.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I've been saying it all year long, man, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. It's just patience, man. These guys are young.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, but you're going to have haters out there, and you're not. And I don't mind being a hater whenever it's called for. But if it's just you're going to be a hater of this team because they're not winning the way you want them to win right now, well, I'm sorry for your loss, but it is what it is.
Right.
We can't be great every year. And you know what? We've done 20 years now of having some really good seasons and some success. So it was only a matter of time until we had to tear down and rebuild again. And we're there now to the point, we are rebuilding slowly. Well, I wouldn't say slowly, but how would you say it? Would this be slowly or would it not? I mean, we could possibly make some headway next year with all the cap room we have, and if we draft right. But I do like what I see from this team. I say it's a speedier rebuild because we've already been doing things that people said we wouldn't be able to do.
Right.
So
well, let's I mean, since we're kind of on the subject right now of drafting and rebuilding, because we know anybody who knows enough to know about football, to actually know the game, they know that championship teams are built through the draft. So I want to go through and kind of give our draft grades, our mid-season draft grades for. I think we should do not only this year, but I think we should dabble into a little bit of last year, because that includes Jalen Rieger, Jalen Hurts, Taylor, Wallace, Driscoll, a lot of the Quez Watkins. Those guys were in last year's draft. So, I think we should. I think we should do a go through it and give our individual grades for the draft picks that we're kind of we're evaluating this season and from last season too. So um so round one last year was Jalen Rieger. Um I know a lot of people have obviously been tough hard on him, and to an extent they definitely have due cause for that. He definitely hasn't produced like a draft pick should. And notice I didn't say first round talent because I don't think he was a first round talent. I think how he stretched, reached, and didn't listen to what the draft board told him, and went off on a whole nother route. So right now, so from what you've seen from Jalen Rieger to this point, what would your draft grade be for him?
All right. Well, before I get to his draft grade here,
Yeah.
listen, I understand we're rough on Rager, but you know what? I don't put any of this on Rager. I put all this on Howie, because in all honesty, if Howie didn't take him with that pick, no one was taking him in the first round.
Right.
Howie put this unnecessary pressure on this kid by taking him way above what he was worth. I get it though. We look, Devontae Smith is already leaps and bounds ahead of Jalen Rieger, and he's already in his second year. All right. I see the flashes of this kid, but the consistency is nowhere near there. He'll have one good game, and then he'll have 7 quiet games, and then one good game, 7 quiet games, so. And even his good games aren't that good. It's just good for him. I got to give this one and I'm only going to be nice to him because how he put him in this position. I'm going to give him a C. Just a solid C. Because I feel he can be a good number 2, kind of like how Juju was for AB. Because we all see once AB left, Juju's shit. Like he's only a 2. He's not a 1. And that's kind of how I feel with Rieger. I feel if we can develop Devontae Smith a little more, bring in a vet, this offseason, someone to take the pressure off of him, I think he'll play a little better. But, I mean, his talent does outweigh his grade. It's just he was taken way too early, man. He probably wasn't he was probably a 3rd round wide receiver, we took him way too fucking early, and that's not all on him.
Right. No, and I see what you're saying, definitely, and I think we're pretty close on that. I have him at, right around a C minus, D plus, right around there, because I mean he's shown some flashes. He did have a punt return for a touchdown last year against the Packers, so he's shown some flashes, and he's had a little bit of success, not a lot, but like you said, it's unfair to me to really grade him on being a first round talent when we know that he really wasn't ever supposed to be selected in the first round. So like you said, a lot of that's on Howie, and I definitely, I can't argue with you on that much at all, because you make a really valid point there, my dude.
Yeah, I'm very harsh on this kid. I mean, you don't hear me when this thing is off. When I'm watching the game on Sundays, I'm like, you fucking idiot. I'm flipping out on the kid, but then I sit there and I'm like, it's not his fault. That should have been DK or Justin Jefferson. I mean, that should have been Jefferson. This is not that kid's fault. I mean, I just can't put it all on him. Now, granted, he has to get better. That I will put on him. His production and his development is on him. Right. To me, you're not producing and you're not getting better, so I do question your work ethic a little bit. I mean, but that could also be just because of he was a 3rd round wide receiver. I mean, you got to look at that too. It's not like this kid was going out there breaking records in college. Like you can't expect much out of him, but we do. Like I said, just because he was the first.
Right. Speedy Eagle 2.25. What's going on? He said the reason Rieger was pick is because D-Jack nostalgia, even though D-Jack was second round pick. Yeah. And Rieger is definitely, well, he hasn't shown it to this point, at least. Definitely not anywhere near, how D-Jack came out the gate, because Deshaun, I mean, it didn't take him long to get acclimated to the NFL. He pretty much hit the ground running. We need way more production from any draft picks. Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
Howie or not. Yep. Let's see.
Well, that's why I said his grade is on Howie, but his production's on himself.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Definitely.
Yeah, Howie did draft all rack guys last year, man. And unfortunately, the rack guys he drafted, their talent, their ceiling isn't that high, unfortunately. And that's the bad part about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I don't lie, dude. You could have used one of them on Claypool.
Yeah.
There's so many other guys that were on that board that you could have picked, and you didn't. Yeah. It's bad.
Richie said T.O. was a third rounder. The Washington football team told a TCU wide receiver in the first round that became a bust. Rieger needs a vet more than Greg Ward to show him the way. Also, how about a better wide receiver coach?
I've already been saying that, Richie. Moorhead, is that his name?
Yeah, right? Aaron Moorhead.
He needs to fucking go, dude. Like, I have not seen the production from this wide receiver group from last year to this year jump drastically. I mean, Devontae Smith is only jumping because he's a fucking talent. Like, he's an all-star talent. But you don't see the progression with Rieger. And Watkins is doing good, but where the fuck is he? I've been calling for Moorhead's head for a while. Wow, that sounds like Moorhead's head. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's and I think that may be a valid point there, because he may be affecting the growth and development of not only Rieger but also Quez, Devontae Smith, so that may be something that we need to look into in the near future. And I think because he was him and Stoutland were the only layovers as far as coaches that stayed from the previous regime. So yeah, he may be on the chopping block, because that that Sirianni is gonna he has his eyes on the wide receivers. He has a microscope on them because he's a former wide receiver himself. So yeah, Moorhead's not going to be able to slip through the cracks maybe as easily as he did before when it comes to lack of coaching and things like that. But so then in the second round last year, obviously we all know we took our quarterback. We took Mr. Jalen Hurts. And I'm really liking what I've seen out of him the last couple of weeks, especially since we've been more, at least try to run the ball more, get the ball out of his hands a little bit more, not have the percentage of offense be so high that's going through him. So right now, I have Jalen Hurts at a really, really solid B. What do you think, AK? What would you say?
Man, I was right there with you. I was saying between B or B plus. Like I said, he has 2,159 yards. He has 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but he's actually got like 16 touchdowns, I think, if you add in his rushing. But and he's got a 91.9 QBR rating. That's really fucking good for a guy that's only, played like, 12 games total his whole career, and no one really expected much out of him. And with the team that he has to work with, yeah, we have some talent, but it's not like they're developed yet. So, yeah, I have to give him a B plus there, man, because for what he has to work with and what he's.
Oh, I think AK might have froze up. But BBP said, Stout, I'm cool with. He's like an old wine. or an old aging wine. Gets better with time. Yes, sir. Nice to see you with the blue wrench. Yes, Richie. Thank you for letting me know. Made sure I got El Capitan a wrench. But let me go back out. Make sure it's not on me. Let's see here. Let me do that real quick until he comes back. I think AK is frozen up. I think he might maybe have lost his signal. El Capitan, what's going on, Rafael? He said, well, that's really good, but damn, he's frozen up. Yeah, I know, my guy. He definitely was. But what would your guys' draft grades be on Rieger so far and Jalen Hurts? Going into they're already halfway through their second year. Obviously, Rieger had more playing time last year than Jalen Hurts, but he still did not play a full season because of injury. But hopefully, AK will be back here in a second. Bird Gang 31, what's going on, dude? He said, "What's up, guys?" Hey, not much, man. Just doing a live stream, hanging out on a Tuesday, trying to get through another week. But feeling overly optimistic about our schedule down the stretch and things like that. And we were just kind of going through and giving our draft grades for last year's guys, and then we were gonna go into this year's guys as well. BBP said Jalen gets an A. All right. I like it. I like the confidence. I appreciate you giving me your opinion. Definitely, I respect it. Yeah. So AK was saying that he thinks Jalen Hurts is like a solid, B plus. And then in the round 3 last year, we took Davion Taylor, and Davion is a kid that I think has a lot of promise to him, and I have him at a solid B plus, right around there as well. I think he is going to be a good piece for us at the linebacking position going forward, for some years to come. I think he's going to stick. So yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Davion, definitely. Let's see here. Bird Gang, yeah, he said facts. Hurts an A. Rieger C minus. Yeah, that's what I have him, right, like a C minus, D plus, right around there. There's my guy. He's back. AK, dude, you're good. No worries, my dude. No worries at all.
I was cussing like a sailor, dude. You have no idea.
But yeah, shout out to the 12 people in the live stream. We appreciate you guys being here. So I was, I had gone on to round 3 from last year a little bit, and I gave my grade of Davion Taylor, who I feel is going to be a good linebacking piece for us going forward. A good young kid. I have him at a solid B plus as well. What do you think about Davion?
Man, Davion Taylor, man, he has 39 tackles in 8 games. Listen, I really like this kid, and he could truly be one of our future linebackers. From what I see from him and the leaps that he's taken this year from last year, I'll give him a B minus to a B. Yeah, he is definitely our better upside of our young linebackers. So, yeah, I have high hopes for him. So I'll go with B minus, B plus, or B minus B.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. And so then the Eagles in round 4 last year, they took safety Kavon Wallace, and Kavon has not, he's not been on the field a whole lot. He's been on more special teams than he's played on defense. But so right now, from what I've seen from Kavon, I have him at a C minus. What are your thoughts on Kavon Wallace so far, and what would you grade him at?
That's my dog, man. I've been behind this kid from the get. I loved when we drafted him, and he's so disappointed me. I was expecting really good things from this kid, and yeah, it just hasn't happened. I don't know why. I don't know what. I'm not sure if it's scheme, he's just, I don't know. But it's really got me sad because I really thought he would be our next up and coming safety, taking over McLeod's spot. But yeah, man, C- for him, dude. Can't stay healthy, and when he's on the field, he just seems like he doesn't know what he's doing. So
yeah,
I'm sad about that one. But yeah,
got you. BBP said Kavon Wallace C. Okay, all right.
I don't want to give up on him though. Just so you know, because I would hate to hand him to another team and then get Eric Rode or Micah Hyde again. That would really be a shitty scenario.
Right. Yeah. I tend to agree with that because I think it's too early to give up on him. I think we need to give him another year at least, probably 2. Yeah. But Kavon Wallace is I think he's a project, and he's something that we can definitely probably get some good things out of as long as he's getting the right coaching. And I think right now, I think he is. It's just for him the process it may be a little slower than for others.
Yeah. Well, and you can't expect the same for everyone. Everyone learns differently. So I get that.
Exactly. Yeah. And so then in the 4th round as well, with the Eagles had 2 picks in the 4th round last year. We also took Jack Driscoll in the 4th round last year, and that I know we were both pretty high on him. He showed last year that he stepped right in as a rookie and played quite a bit last year because we had a good amount of injuries on the offensive line, and we all know of all the amount of the different combinations that we had last year on the offensive line. So for me right now, Driscoll, and he's been playing pretty solidly this year as well. So I have Jack at a solid B+. What do you think about Driscoll?
Yeah, no. Listen, people need to realize Driscoll is going to be your future right tackle. Driscoll came in last year and he held down for Lane Johnson. He really, truly did. This kid balled out as a rookie. And what did you say? We took him in 5th, right?
No, he was the 2nd pick in the 4th round.
Or 4th? Okay. Yeah. So he's really good for a 4th round pick, man. I was trying to think who did we play last year? Who was it? He held an elite edge rusher to no sacks last year, his rookie year. Or actually, no, sorry. It was actually Chase Young. He never let a sack go on Chase Young. Chase Young never reached Jalen Hurts last year in the last game we played him. If you can hold off Chase Young, you're okay in my book, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not someone you want to wreck with. So, I definitely give Driscoll an A-. I do. I have very, very high hopes for this kid, and he can ball. He really can. So I can't wait till he's full-time, though, so I can truly see it. But I like what I see.
Yeah, I do too, definitely. 1 second here.
Damn, backyard. We haven't even got that far yet, bro. Shit. Let's get there. Jumping ahead. We're not even on this damn draft yet.
All right. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it though. We're
gonna get there
first. Yep. So then in the 5th round last year, we drafted John Hightower. And yeah, his lack of effort, his lack of commitment to the game has been very concerning for us. I mean, hell, he played all right last year. I mean, nothing special. He was he couldn't track the ball very well in the air, and this year he hasn't even been on the active roster outside of this past week. This was the first game that he was brought up. So for me right now, I have Hightower at a D plus maybe at best. What do you think?
Wait, you gave Hightower a D plus?
Maybe a D.
And you're fucking nice. Dude, I'm gonna say, can I give him a G?
Yeah.
Like, can I give him a G? Is there any grade after F at all? Like F minus? Like what? Dude, listen, man, you heard the reports this season. I broke them to you. You know, he does not love football. He's not for us. He's not going to be good on anyone's team. He's just fucking John Hightower. He's a toothpick that runs fast and can't catch a ball. You know, that's all he fucking is. And I'm sorry, dude, but yeah, J Mill, incomplete. Thank you. He gets a fucking incomplete. Like there is nothing to John Hightower, my guy. Like, I don't like this kid. He hasn't played at all. And yeah. E for epic fail. There you go. I like that one too. Dude, it's bad. Like, Hightower better be gone after this year.
We'd rather play anybody but J Jaw. So that's that's not saying much. Definitely.
Yeah.
We get you, Bobby. Definitely. Yeah.
Hightower's kind of with J Jaw though, if you think about it. I mean, neither of them has done anything at all.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, J Jaw at least has a fucking touchdown.
Right. But J Jaw was a second round pick as opposed to a fifth round pick. So I mean that's kind of a big difference in in talent draft selection wise. But the Eagles last year then took in round 6. They had 2 picks in round 6. The first one was Sean Bradley.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, and what would your grade be on Sean Bradley to this point?
Sean Bradley's still got development, you know, and he does. If you look at him, Sean Bradley might have the higher upside, but Davion Taylor's ready now. That's the best way I can put it. Sean Bradley, he's very athletic. He's fast. He's good, but he's raw. You know, we definitely need to coach him up. I'll give him a C. He hasn't really played that much. It's kind of unfair to give him anything lower than that because I haven't seen enough to do that. I mean, if he was out here and he was playing, he was stinking it up like Gary last year, then yeah, he'd get an F. But he really hasn't played that much. So, you know, I just got to give him a C, man. I need to see more from this kid, but we're still developing him. So.
His Speedy Eagle 2.25 H grade is a Z minus.
Do you have negatives in the alphabet? Can you go like negative F?
Right. J-Jaw came to practice prepared because the sun may be too hot. Yeah. I don't know. J-Jaw don't get open, or his route is the plan to get. Oh, yeah.
Plus, he's gotten injured twice this year, dude. Yeah. He got injured in preseason, and then he got injured, last week? They had to walk his gankly ass off the field because he got hurt blocking someone. How the fuck do you hurt yourself blocking someone, my guy? What the fuck? You're just as bad as Carson Wentz twisting both ankles on one fucking tackle.
Oy vey. Wasn't Sean Bradley the one that, going back to Sean Bradley, wasn't he the one that made that nice stick on special teams this past game? Yeah, on that punt return or that punt coverage.
Yeah. No, he has it, dude. We just need to develop him. Like I said, he has the higher upside. He has all the intangibles to be a great linebacker. You just got to teach him.
I think I agree with you. I think he does have some raw talent, and I think it's just going to be a matter of getting him coached up. So I have him. I'm right with you. I have him at a C, right there, and then with the second pick in the 6th round last year, the Eagles took Wes Watkins.
Quiz.
So I think we are both pretty high on him. He's been we've seen some good progression out of him this year. We've seen some good growth out of him. What are your thoughts, and what would your grade be on Quez?
All right, so this one's going to be a little bit more complicated. I give Quez a very high grade here, but I only do that because we only use him very limitedly. You know, he might catch 2 catches a game, and then we never use him again. He just disappears. I don't know why, but he does. Yeah. So, listen, he is definitely a threat. Okay, I will not lie. I'm going to give him a B+ here. I mean, he made an amazing B+ to A-. You know, he made an amazing jump from his rookie year to this year. You know, now it's not his fault that we don't utilize him more. You know, that's on the coaches and the game plan and stuff. But yeah, man, no, Quez is definitely an upside, but we need to use him more. But I'm giving him a B- just because of his improvement this year, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
You can tell he put the work in to get better.
Yeah, he definitely did. And that's why, the amount of talent that we're getting out of him as opposed to where we selected him in the draft. I mean, I think he's definitely he's outdoing himself already from what the production that we've gotten out of him. So I have him at a solid B+. That's where I have Quez. You know, he's right around that. I'd probably have him at an A- if he would have caught that touchdown this past week, but he let that one go right through his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think he was more surprised it got thrown at him, to be honest. He's not used to being thrown to. I mean, no lie, dude. Think about it. You got somebody who is an amazing. We'll use baseball for terms, okay? You have somebody who is an amazing batter, okay, and an amazing outfielder, but you only play them so often, you know. And then they go out there and they have a game and they do really shitty. Well, that's not on them. They're an amazing athlete. You just don't play them enough. You got to play these guys for them to get better, for them to have confidence. And me, like I said it yesterday, I think, you know, I've even done what he did. I used to be a wide receiver in high school. There was a couple times I went out to reach, and it feels like you fully extended, but you don't. You know, it's just that half-assed, like 90 reach. That's exactly what he did. He thought it was there. He thought he was there, but it wasn't. You know, I don't put that on him. I put that on lack of balls being thrown at him. You know, if you would throw the ball more to him, his hands wouldn't be so slippery, so to speak.
Yeah, and maybe he'd be a little, like you said, maybe he'd be a little more expected of it. You know, maybe he wouldn't catch him by surprise as much. But the Eagles did select a couple other guys at the end of the draft last year, but they're not on the team anymore, so I didn't even bother drafting, grading them at all. So we're going to go on to this year's draft, and you know that takes us to our stud wide receiver right now in Devontae Smith. He's got 38 receptions so far this year, 603 yards, 14.1 average, with 4 touchdowns. So, what are your thoughts, and what would your grade be on one Slim Reaper?
A+++++. Okay. The only reason I say that is because you can see him coming into his own now. You know, it took 8 weeks here, but you can see it. These last couple of games, he's really been doing really well. You know, the better Hurts gets, the better Smith will get. I'll just put it that way. You know, these two have to grow together, you know. But from what I see from Smith, man, he's everything he was advertised as. He's a great route runner. Yeah, he's dropped some balls here and there this year, but you know what? He's got to get used to that close coverage, you know, being right on top of him. Because in all honesty, in college, man, no one could keep up with him. So he didn't have that many contested catches all the time. You know, now it's all the time. You know, he's at a whole nother level. But he's getting better at it. He's learning. You know, he's got the same mindset Hurts does. They're both 22-year-olds who act like they're 60. You know what I mean? Like they're just fine wines at 22.
No, I got you.
You know, that goes a long way. When you're that mature at that young of an age, dude, sky's the limit, man. So yeah, I got to give him like an A+++++, because I mean, he is the future of our team.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think maybe that elbow brace was good luck. Maybe you're going to see him wearing that more, even if he doesn't need it, because he definitely he played his ass off this past week. That was a beautiful catch that he made, that first touchdown catch where he landed with his left butt cheek in the back of the end zone there, and I guess they said one cheek equals 2 feet. So hey, that's good enough for me. You know, he did a great job of going up for that ball, and yeah, I have him at a solid A minus at worst, maybe because of some of the drops that he had, but some of those haven't been his fault. You know, Jalen hasn't always put the ball in the best spot and hasn't hasn't set him up for the best success. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's a solid A performance, definitely from Devontae Smith so far, in my opinion. Definitely.
Yeah.
In the second round, then we took country boy Landon Dickerson, and so far, I think it's been pretty clear to see that he is way more of a dominant run blocker than he is a pass blocker. So if I was going to grade those individually, I would probably put him at an A in run blocking and a C in pass blocking. So that's going to average out to, you know, a solid B for me for Landon Dickerson right now. Well, what do you think about Big Dick?
Yeah, no, man, man, I'll tell you what. I'm so happy my son's name is Landon. And I named him Landon before this draft, so it doesn't match up. But listen, man, this guy is the future of our line. You know, I don't think you see much of the dog mentality in him because he's still trying to come back from that, you know, leg injury he had last year. I think you'll see the real Landon Dickerson next year, but he's improving each and every week, man. He really is. And, you know, I can't say enough about this kid. It scared me last week when he was down, for sure. My heart dropped for a second. I was like, that's why you don't fucking draft injured prone people. But hey, he came back and he finished and we're good. And I guess he's okay for this week. But yeah, man, I got to give him a B+, dude. I really like his athleticism, his size. And if I was the one doing the lineup for next year, man, I'd find a new center probably. I'd use probably our second or third round pick on a center if we can in the first round. And I'd keep Landon Dickerson at left guard. I love Mailata and Dickerson next to each other, dude. Like you have to realize that is a stone cold wall backing Jalen's back.
Yeah.
Like that is disgusting. And there is a couple good centers in this draft this year, you know, and if Landon Dickerson, you know, if he's solid there at the end of the year, don't move him. Just draft a new center. You know, you can do it in the second round. You can even do it in the third. I don't know. But I would definitely go with a B+ here because I really like Landon, man. I do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was a little upset when they first drafted him just because of the injury history that he's had. But, you know, so far so good with him. He's definitely looking like he could be a very good, solid piece for us on our offensive line. And like you said, if you know, if he's doing really well at left guard, there's no reason to move him. Like the old saying goes, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, there's no reason to mess with it at all. Just let that chemistry and let that comfort level for him just grow and grow. And like you said, him next to Jordan Mailata, that's like two freaking snowplows coming at you. You know, that's like, yeah, that's freaking, that could be a really, really strong side of the line for us for years to come because, you know, Jordan Mailata is looking pretty solid too. So yeah, I like the sound of that.
No, and I mean, dude, you could make it so simple too, dude. But yep, I was just about to say it. Thanks, Richie. Yep. Yeah, like I would just keep LD at fucking left guard, man, and I'd just move Isaac in the center. But that's only if Kels retires.
Right.
You know, we're all assuming that happens, but we don't know that's going to happen. If sorry,
Good.
If Kels stays another year, fuck yeah. Well, here's the thing though. What do you do about that? Because if Kels stays another year and Sayamalu comes back, where does Dickerson go? You would probably have to say we're getting rid of Brandon Brooks at the end of the year, so you would slide Dickerson to right guard. That does not make any sense, but what do you do? Because in my eyes, I will take Dickerson because of his size and stuff over Sayamalu at left guard. I would prefer having Isaac at center.
Yeah, I think I would too. And if Kels wasn't to retire, I don't know. That would be interesting to see what they would do because.
Would you move Sayamalu to right guard? Can he
Possibly.
even do right guard?
I don't know if he can. That's a good question. I don't know if he can.
But you know what the good part about it is? That's an awesome problem to fucking have.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You have too many pieces. You don't know what to do with them. Whoever thought that would ever happen?
Yeah.
That's an awesome problem to have.
Yeah. No, it really is. You can never have too much talent, especially on the offensive line. So because we know how every year there's always injuries to offensive linemen. Guys get their legs rolled up on, guys just get hurt all the time. It seems like on the offensive line because that's just massive bodies just banging against each other constantly, and it's just a matter of time before one of them goes down. So, like you said, that's a really good problem to have, definitely. So then in round 3 this year, we took Milton Williams, defensive tackle. That was the fist pump. That was the fist pump, non-fist pump pick that Howie really thought he had done good on it, and he went to go fist pump. Was it Tim Donahue? And Donahue wasn't having it.
Yeah.
But Milton Williams so far, he's played kind of sparingly. He has 15 tackles so far with 1 sack. So right now I have him at a solid C. What do you think about Milt Williams?
I'll play it safe and do that too. I know he has a sack. He's very powerful. He's proven that, and we've heard it. But he hasn't played enough, man. I need to see more. But from what I've seen, he has some upside. So yeah, I got to go see, man. I really can't speak enough about him.
Yeah.
The rest of these guys, truly, we can't grade reasonably because they haven't played that much. They really haven't.
True. I mean, maybe outside of Kenny Gainwell.
Yeah.
I think Gainwell's played a fair amount, but yeah, like the next guy on the list, 4th round selection, cornerback Zach Mcpherson. He's played sparingly, a lot on, I think mostly on special teams, and he has 7 total tackles this year. So right now I have him at probably like a C minus, right around there, probably more like a C minus. What do you think about Mcpherson?
Yeah, like I said, that's another guy who hasn't played that much.
It's hard to say. I know.
Yeah, from what I've seen from him, he's a rookie. I'm not going to expect that much from him. He's a 4th round rookie at that.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But yeah, I'll go with C minus. Hopefully next year when we do this again, we can make it better. But for right now, yeah.
So then we're on to Kenny Gainwell because somebody was asking about that in the chat. Yep. Ronan Kelly, what's going on? He said, "What about Gainwell's grade?" Yeah, we're on to that now because he was in the 5th round this past year. Kenny Gainwell, just to give you guys his stats for the year so far, he has 155 yards rushing at 3.6 an average. with 3 rushing touchdowns. He also has 20 receptions for 173 yards at an 8.65 an average clip, which is pretty good for a running back. And he's got 1 touchdown through the air as well. So, given those stats, AK, what would your grade be? And what are your thoughts on Kenny Gainwell?
Kenny Gainwell, to me, I'll give him a B- to a B, in around there. We have a very deep squad here at halfback now, with Miles coming back, Jordan, Boston, and him. He has done good when he's in, yeah, man, it's just B- to B, man. His stats are good for a rookie, but lately he hasn't been playing that much, and that does concern me, a little bit. But
yeah, I got you.
It's really hard to talk about him because I really haven't seen enough to talk about it. And what I've saw, I've liked, but I need more.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and for the most part, I think I liked what I've seen at a Gainwell, especially for being a 5th-round pick. I know a lot of people said that the only reason he fell was because of the the COVID season because he opted out.
Yep.
But yeah, I think he could be a great complementary running back. He's obviously not an every down back, but from what I've seen from him as a rookie, I have him at a solid B+. I think Kenny Gainwell has done some good things. He's got 4 total touchdowns, so he's got just as many touchdowns as Devontae Smith. I know they played 2 different positions, but hey, I mean he's definitely contributing to this football team, and that's what you want to see out of some of your later round picks, especially like a running back like this. Like this guy is. A lot of people were saying that we kind of got a steal, a gem in the later round right there. So,
and I'm one of them, man. And no lie, I mean, in my eyes, from watching him play and everything, yeah, he's a little bigger, but I consider him our next up and coming Darren Sproles, so to speak.
Yep.
He's a smaller back. He's fast. He's agile. He can get between blocks like Sproles could. He's very shifty. He's hard to see because he's so small, but yeah, I would love to see us use him in a Darren Sproles-esque type way. I don't know. Can he kick return? I would love to see Gainwell do a kick return. Like I think he'd actually be pretty damn decent at it.
Yeah, he might be. I don't know. I haven't heard or his name mentioned at all or anything like that as far as kick return or even punt return. So that's yet to be seen, but possibly, you never know, because he's shown that when he gets in open space that he can make some things happen. So, yeah, I think Kenny Gainwell is another good piece that we added in this draft.
Yeah.
Do.
No, I like Gainwell a lot.
Lucas Hallman, what's going on? He said, "Yo, what's up, y'all? Been a while. Been busy with basketball lately. Hey, appreciate you, Lucas, for checking in. Yeah,
So good, man.
We've been missing you, my guy, but yeah, appreciate you being back. Definitely.
Do you first, bro.
Right?
Sure.
Gainwell B-. Learn to not fumble, and I like that he gains yards on catch and run. Yes. He's got good yak skills, definitely. In your opinion, do you think we resign Miles Sanders considering running backs not being as valuable as they used to be? AK, what do you think about that one?
I am a Penn State fan. I've loved this kid since he was in college, coming out, and coming to my favorite team too. It was just a miracle. I loved it, but I'm sorry, man. I don't see Miles on this team next year. He makes a valid point, and I've said it too. Running backs are a dime a dozen. You can find other running backs in every draft. Even ones you've never even really truly thought to look at could end up being good. I mean, we've seen it. I'm pretty sure Alvin Kamara, he went under the radar, didn't he? Like, people knew of him, but they didn't know of him. And then he comes out his rookie year and just smashes the NFL.
Right.
There's always people. Eckler, he's another one. Austin Eckler. I mean, you can find running backs by the dozen here. And, yeah, I agree, Ronan. It's going to suck letting him go, but he's last 2 years, man, he really I don't know. I don't think he's going to stay. I just don't.
Yeah.
I could give you many reasons why, but none of them are probably the reason. I just don't.
I think if he has any say in it, he probably won't, because I don't think that he's going to feel that he's been used to the level that he needs to be used at, to reach the production level that he's going to be comfortable with. I think more than likely he's going to feel that he's going to need to find greener pasture somewhere else. So, yeah, I hate to say that too.
Think about it, as talented as he is, dude, there's plenty of these playoff teams out there who need a halfback, like the Bills. Yeah. He could leave us this offseason and go to the Bills to win a Super Bowl because he wants to win. But I'm just saying, though, like, I don't see us keeping him because, well, one, we have Gainwell, and two, Jordan's doing really well. I mean, you can't see what he's doing and just not look at it, right. Like that means something.
Can't ignore it.
And Nick didn't draft Miles. Hell, he didn't even draft Jordan. But I'll tell you, he's going to go with the one that is producing. And right now, that's Jordan Howard. So right. Who knows, man? It's ridiculous how this could go. But what do you think?
I think that there's a strong chance that he's not on the football team next year, like you said. I don't have a crystal ball in front of me, but I think there's a good chance that he, that they may offer him something, but he might be able to get something better somewhere else. So, yeah, I think the book on Miles Sanders with the Philadelphia Eagles might be coming to a close, maybe sooner than we would really like it to. But it is what it is. There's not really much we could do about it at this point. But Bobby Murphy said Gainwell just needs to work on his blocking, blitz pickup, etc. Yes, sir. Yeah, he's a great, a good young running back. And he's like that.
Yeah.
He's like the finesse back, that complimentary guy, definitely. So I think we're going to see some good things out of Gainwell in the near future here. Speedy Eagle 2.25 said Derek Barnett F+, penalties more penalties than sacks. Yeah, that's just that kid, like he needs to get the hell out of here. He can go and get a plane ticket with Ben Simmons and get the hell out of Philadelphia. Lucas Holman said I'm back for good.
It's awesome, man. Welcome back.
Yes, sir. Richie MC said on the fumble at the end of the half versus the Raiders, did he have two hands on the ball going through the trenches?
You talking about Gainwell?
I think he is. I don't remember that play specifically. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, yeah, the one that right at Hurts' feet, remember? The fumble?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Richie said Miles Sanders' agent is going to tell him to hold out. Le'Veon Bell held out and got paid. Bell cannot play anymore, but he did get his. Yeah, he did. Fire Howie, LOL. Yeah, and Ronan, you're right on it right there.
Ain't gonna happen, but you're on it.
Right. Howie will not pay big money to a running back.
That's he will. No, he will. No, he will. He paid DeMarco Murray.
No, but wasn't that Chip Kelly?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we did pay for one. I mean, it might not have been him, but we did fucking pay for one. And it didn't work out anyway.
Yeah.
My bad.
Jay Milton from Jersey said he can definitely get more than what Howie will offer him. Yeah, I think he can too.
Yeah. No, he'll want some hometown discount or something from Miles, and he ain't going to take that.
Right. Sidney Jones air tackle F-. Oh. Yeah, that was Chip. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, getting back to our draft grade, we're on to round 6 from this past year, and the first pick in round 6 was defensive tackle out of USC, Marlon Tuipulotu.
Tui Pelotu. Yeah.
Tuipulotu. Yep.
Yeah.
So he has a whopping of 3 total tackles this year. So what's your grade? I mean, I know he hasn't played a whole lot. I don't even know if he's been. I don't think he's been active for all these games this year.
Man, I'll tell you what, this kid is fucking amazing, isn't he? Oh my God. In all honesty, man, I don't even know if he's going to be on this team next year. But
right. I mean, I have him at like a D. I mean, it's kind of like like you said earlier, it's kind of hard to grade some of these guys when they haven't played a whole lot.
yeah.
He's one of them.
C-, man. That's all I can say. I mean,
Like I said, 3 total tackles. I know there's been at least a couple of games where I've seen him on the inactive list, so I know he hasn't played every game this year, and a lot of that has to do with him being just buried on the depth chart because obviously our starting defensive tackles are Cox and Hargrave, and then backing them up are Ridgeway and Milton Williams. So, he's kind of the odd man out right now, I think, at defensive
he's a
tackle.
DT, Milton. He's a DT. He's like our 4th string DT now, I would guess. Yeah. It's Cox, Hargraves, Ridgeway, Williams, and then him.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So Marlon's he's 5th on the depth chart right now at defensive tackle. So, they're probably only dressing 4. So there's a lot of the times where he probably hasn't even been suiting up for these games. He's got, like I said, 3 total tackles for this year. So yeah, I have him at a D. You said C-.
Yeah.
That brings us to our next 6th round pick, and that was defensive end Teron Jackson. And he's played sparingly as well. He has 7 total tackles with 1 sack and a forced fumble.
Yeah.
So for me, being that he's a 6th round pick out of a smaller school, a lot of people were doubting his ability to transfer his talent to the NFL. I think for the little bit that he has played, I think T-Jack has done a pretty good job. I have him at a solid B for us right now. What do you think?
Yeah, no, TJ definitely gets a B- for me. Like you said, he's a 6th round pick, and dude, I watched him stone cold that wide receiver last weekend. I mean, he stopped him dead in his tracks. I mean, he just ran him over. This boy can hit. He's not afraid to be physical, and he's very fast. And I just love the way he can anticipate, read, and attack. I'll give him a B-. I want to see more of him like Davion Taylor. I do. I really feel Jackson has some pretty decent upside here. We just got to get it out of him.
Agreed. And I think he has some raw talent. He really does. He's physically gifted. He just has to sharpen the tools in the tool bag, so to speak. He has to really refine some of the small things, some of the the technical things that
and he plays 2 positions as well, don't he? Doesn't he play defensive end and linebacker? Isn't he both? Wasn't he on the line just this past week as well? Didn't we use him as a defensive end, I believe?
Yeah, I think primarily he's a defensive end. I don't know if he plays linebacker as well. I don't think he does, but okay. I think maybe you're thinking of Patrick Johnson.
No, I thought I saw him standing up.
Oh yeah. I mean, Derek Barnett stands up at the defensive end, So, I mean, I think sometimes it depends on obviously the
scheme and situation.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. It really depends a lot on that. Yeah. So then the last 6th round pick that we took this past year, this guy hasn't even played. He's been on the practice squad, and that's safety in college, converted to linebacker in the NFL, Jacoby Stevens. So being that he's been on the practice squad all year, we can't really give him a grade. I mean, we don't know.
We both
don't-
think highly of him, though. I know we both
absolutely.
want to see him.
Yeah.
I want to see him, but
And I hope we do before, I'd like to see him on the field before the season's over. I'd like to see Tay Gowan out on the field. I want to see these guys. Yes, absolutely. A lot of these later round picks that, we either selected ourselves or we traded for.
yeah.
And we got to see what we have in some of these guys, definitely. And
I
and like I
told
said-
you Avery was going to be a piece this year, man. Everyone was like, "Nah, Avery's not going to make it." Yes, he fucking did, and he's balling out. He's a linebacker. He's not a defensive end. We used him as a defensive end the last 2 years. He's a fucking linebacker. You can't put a linebacker on the line. Like, that's not his thing, and now he's playing great. So,
yeah. Jernard Avery, that he's benefited from going back to his natural position, like you said. So, yeah, I'm happy that he's been doing some good things. There's been times where I've seen him kind of out of position, but that just may be kind of adjusting back to that, adjusting away from the defensive end and back to that linebacker position. But yeah, so that leaves us with our 7th round pick, and that's defensive end / linebacker
Patrick Johnson.
Patrick Johnson, exactly. He's actually been, for the some of these other defensive players that we have, he's got 10 total tackles on the year.
Yeah.
That for a 7th round pick, that's pretty damn good. He's showing that that he's going to be productive in this league, and he has some raw talent. So right now, I think I got Patrick Johnson at like a solid C+. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd put him around CC plus because, like you said, he has 10 tackles and he hasn't even really played that much. Like,
Right.
very seldom do you see his name out there. So, I didn't even know he had 10 tackles. Honestly, that's how crazy that is. But yeah, no, we both talked about Stevens and Johnson after we drafted them. We like them both, but will we ever use them? I don't know. That's really the question here. Is we never tend, other than Mailata, we've never tend to use our late round picks. We don't. They always tend to just kind of slip off into the back and then eventually fall off and move on. And these are 2 guys I don't want that to happen to. I believe Stevens and Johnson could be valuable assets to this defense, but we'll have to see.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, and we have, we got 10 people in the live stream right now. So I went ahead and dropped the link. You guys want to come on the show? You're more than welcome to come chop it up with us for a little while. And
Richie, I believe Jamie Newman didn't go anywhere. I think he's a free agent at the moment.
I think he is too.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm pretty sure that Elijah Holyfield is on the Cincinnati Bengals. If I'm the last time I checked, but Jamie Newman, the quarterback that we had, the undrafted free agent quarterback, I don't think he's been signed by anybody either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I really like Jamie Newman, man. I when we grabbed him off free agency, as an undrafted free agent, I was really excited about that.
Yeah.
I still don't know the reason why we let him go. I would love to know, but is what it is.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe someday he'll find his way back.
I just double checked it. He is still a free agent. So yeah, he is out there and available for teams to pick up.
Yep.
Yep.
Which I'm surprised no one has done yet, by the way. I think he does have a lot of talent.
Yeah. We got our first guest in the back. So let's go ahead and bring him on.
Oh, Joel, what's going on, man?
Joel?
Man, you wanted me to come on your stream so we could chop it up. I've been doing stuff in the background on my channel, listening to you guys. I'm like, oh, I got to be there for my man, AK. He comes on my streams. I got to show the love. I know you guys all hate this, but it's all love, really. It really is.
Bro, you show me nothing but kind and respect on your show. And you get it here, man. Don't worry.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I said I heard you guys talking. Congratulations on the win. That was definitely huge. We're coming off of a win off the bye. We're going to be a couple of teams that other guys don't want to look at right now.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, I mean,
You guys are getting healthy. Saquon's coming back.
yes, Galladay's
Galladay.
back. Tony, we're getting healthy at the right time. And that's going to be getting Thomas back. That's been the biggest thing is with this offensive line we've got.
Mhm.
And there's been a lot of arguing amongst Giants fans that we need a line. And I'm like, guys, Daniel Jones was looking better and better each week when Thomas was there. So it wasn't all about, and then we're throwing to third string receivers.
True.
So
I mean, you can only work with
us last year,
what you
man.
got.
what's that?
Your team is exactly where we were last year.
Yeah.
No lie.
We're the highest ranked injured team in the league right now.
Yeah.
But, to come out and play the Saints the way we did, to play the Panthers the way we did, and what we just did to the Raiders with that defense that they got, we ran the ball 30 times. You guys have been running the ball too, leaving it out of the quarterback's hands, but just letting him do enough to move the ball down the field.
Exactly.
When you can play ground and pound, everyone says it's a passing league. But there's games you got to run that football. And that's what you guys were hollering at your first 6-8 weeks.
Yeah.
We were hollering the same thing, and then just the other day, we're like, I think we're dealing with ownership just stepping in too much on our teams. Cause I'm looking at what you guys got with Roseman, and we were discussing, because we've been doing film breakdown of the Giants and everything. And we're all coming to the conclusion that just Garrett's untouchable. Our offensive coordinator. And we really think that it's a lot of pride with Garrett, because we're seeing throws that DJ should be looking at, and he's not even looking over there.
Don't forget, you got to call him coach, man.
No, the clapper.
You got to call him coach.
that friggin' guy. I don't know what his obsession is. Mara loves him so friggin' much. I don't get it. But it's his last year under contract. And so... but things, I feel things are, after this draft, we got a future. Like you guys, 3 first-round picks. We have 2.
Yeah.
We have 5 draft picks out of the top 75 right now, I think. Something like that. That's a lot of capital.
Yeah. No, man, you're right. We kind of both are mirror images of each other. You were kind of going through what we went through last year, and even still, we're both in the playoff hunt,
Right.
It's ridiculous to think that, because most people were like, oh, the Eagles are going to be last in their division, only win 4 games. They'll have the first overall pick, crazy shit. And it's like, and now we're sitting here on week, 9, right? Yeah.
No, 11.
No. Oh shit. Yeah, we are on 11. Fuck. I'm
Week
behind.
11's coming up.
Holy crap. Week 11. Yeah. And we're in it. We're only 1 game out.
Yeah. So
it's crazy. It could go either way. I believe we'll beat the Saints. I don't think we'll have an issue there, especially if we play like we did last week.
Right.
You guys seem like you're getting your feet under you. No, we can really put some pressure on Dallas here at the end of the year.
Yes.
And that's what we need to do. We need to stop fighting each other and come together just to rip off Dallas. No lie. Stop fighting for 1 year just to fuck Dallas over. Then we'll go back to this shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of liking that. No, Richie MC, you hit it right on the head. I've been following the Bears. I've been, watching their games, calling their games, just like I've been watching your guys' games, calling your games. And that's why when I come on here, I'm like, I watched your last 2 games. And you guys running the ball so effectively, you're not relying on Hurts, whereas it was like the first 8 weeks, your coach was putting Hurts into it to do it all.
Yeah.
And he was just struggling so hard, whether that was like a learning curve under him or whatever, or he really wanted to see what the quarterback can do, can't do. It puts you in a hole, but it is technically this is his rookie season. You can't count 4 games last year. And I being a division rival, I know I gave you crap. I said you ain't going to win 6 or 7 games, and we were going to win 12. And I was definitely on something that night.
It was give and take, my guy.
It was.
So it is what it is. Listen, I don't know if you heard earlier, but over the last 3 weeks, Jalen Hurts has been the best quarterback in the NFL when it comes to QBR, total QBR. He's at 85 total in the last 3 weeks. You've been watching us closely. I know you do. We talk every week on your show. You've got to see it now. You've got to see yours. You got to see mine.
Yep.
What does Jalen Hurts mean to you, as in like a fear? Do you fear him? Is he our guy? Let's hear it from a Giant point of view. What you think of Jalen Hurts and what he could be.
What I see in Jalen Hurts right now is I see a guy that he makes his first read and then he gets nervous. He likes to roll to his right a lot if his first read isn't there. And then he'll make a play down the field or try to make a play. When he rolls to the right, the defense really has to respect his legs because he can get 8, 9, 10, 12 yards. He was doing that. Yeah. And his RPO game allows him to get those 8, 9, 10, 12 yard runs. When you guys are effectively running the ball, that makes him a lot more lethal than if you can contain the run. Because now it's hard to drop back in pass coverage and respect the outsides and hold contain. He's still struggling with his deep ball accuracy. It is getting better. And when I say that, I mean with guys that are going on a streak down the field from like the 50-yard line and he tries to drop it in there at like the 5 or in the end zone. It has gotten better, but he's still, that's the only part of his game that I ever said that he really struggles at. I said he could make the throws to the outs, to the slants, to the sidelines, the back shoulder. But when he was in college, he would prefer, and that's exactly what I'm still seeing today. He would read and then run. And that's just something
that's something you have to break him of.
Yes, because I've been watching your pockets, man. Your offensive line's giving him all day back there.
Well, and that's what I liked seeing last weekend, when we beat Denver. If you notice, he did a lot more move up into the pocket. He didn't roll to the right or left. He only rolled to the right or left when he got zero blitzed and no one was protecting him.
Right.
Other than that, like that throw that Goddard got injured on. Holy shit, I thought I was fucking big with Mountain Dews. That's a 2-liter, is it not?
Yeah, it's a 2-liter. Dude, I say here do a 12-hour stream. It's like, oh my God, I gotta go get a pop constantly, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm surprised you ain't got like 4P bottles next to you and shit.
Oh well, okay, we're not going to talk about that one. I was a truck driver, but you know what? It's for the price, though. My God, for that 2-liter bottle is what, $1.10, $1.20. Yeah. You go for a 20-ouncer or 6-pack, and it's like $4 or $5. I'm like, shit, I'll spend $1.10. I'm cheap.
Well, I want to get your opinion on something, man. I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks, and I feel like I know what our front office was doing when it comes to Jalen Hurts and this offense the first 8 weeks and stuff, and why it got all fucked up. And like I said, you as a Giant fan, sworn enemy, even though you're a friend of mine, team-wise enemy. I want to get your opinion because I know this is really fucked up, but this is something like Howie in the front office to do. I believe the first 8 games, like no lie, this whole season was an evaluation season for everyone. Whether or not they said it, it is, okay? Because none of these players, other than this year, Nick didn't draft. So everyone's on the line at this point.
Right.
I feel the first 8 games we threw and ran the ball 85% of the time through Jalen because that was our offensive line's pass protection evaluation. That was Jalen Hurts' evaluation as a quarterback altogether. That was the halfbacks evaluation for pass protection. That was also our evaluation for our wide receivers catching the ball and moving forward. Now, you flip it now. Last 3 games, all we've done is run.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now you're evaluating the offensive line in the run block. You're evaluating Jalen Hurts in his play action, in his handoffs. You're evaluating the halfbacks. You're evaluating the wide receivers on the run blocks and even the tight ends. Okay?
Right.
That is the way I look at this going down, so to speak. But it's like I said, if that is truly what you're doing, you went the complete wrong fucking way about it. Like, you needed to make this an even offense from the get-go to make it easier on Jalen. Because in my mind, if this is truly the way you thought about doing it, you did not give this kid a fair shot from the get. Like, his hands were already tied behind his back when week 1 came. So, you know, after hearing that, man, like, you've seen us. You watch all our games. Foothills and me already talked about this, so I know how he feels. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's something we are doing, or you just think it's just Nick being Nick?
Well, to give you an example of your guys' offense the first, 8 weeks? I'm going to give you the example of our defense the first 8 weeks because we were hot trash. You know, we had a top 10 defense last year at the end of the season. And then all of a sudden we come out here in week 1, 2, 3, 4, we're giving up 40 points a game. We can't stop a nosebleed.
Yeah.
None of these guys are covering. None of these guys seem to know what they're doing. They're running out onto the field confused. We're constantly, like you guys, we're seeing a defense where the cornerbacks are constantly playing 10 yards off the receiver. So everything underneath is wide open. I mean, we couldn't do a damn thing.
Yeah.
So is it the simplification factor? Because that's what I heard that Patrick Graham did, is simplified it a little bit. The guys understood it a little easier, and that's why I think we've only given up 3 touchdowns the last 3 games.
Yeah.
So is that it, where they're realizing, okay, this scheme's not going to work with him? Because was that a fair evaluation for what they were trying to do? And now they simplified it and they said, okay, now we're going to go run heavy the second half of the season, and not so much as a read on Hurts, but more as we need to win some games here. Because we all know running the football wins games.
Well, and I truly believe, too, why they simplified it is because, like I said earlier, man, all year, Jalen Hurts was not polished coming in. He never was. This is a guy you have to build up. You have to mentor him. Well, when you look at it, I feel they took the offense. They realized, all right, we are throwing way too much at this kid at one time. Let's simplify it. Let's bring it back. Let's run the ball.
Yep.
A lot of people were like, that's them losing confidence in him. No, I think they're trying to actually be smart for once. The less on his plate, the better he can be. And each week, you just throw one thing in.
Right.
Like last week, they said, work on this, get better for this game. Now he did. We won. Now this week, they're like, all right, now add this in.
Right.
And he works on that all week. And then next week, they'll add another thing in. If you keep just progressing him gently, and not throw everything on him at once, that's how you develop someone. You just can't throw him the book and say, go out there and do it. Let's see what you got.
AK, how many quarterbacks do we see where the first couple of plays of the game are like maybe a swing pass to the running back, maybe a wide receiver screen, maybe a short completion? Get that quarterback in a rhythm. Let him get comfortable. Let him get acclimated to the game. See how it's going to go. I mean, just some little dump offs. They're easy completions. Mm-hmm. The tight end crosser across the middle, that play always works. Roll your quarterback out. Let him hit the tight end on a swing pass. We see this constantly, but why can't our coaches do that? Why can't we start off, just warm them up. Let's get them into a repetition. Let's get them confidence. You make 2, 3, 4 of those easy completions. It's like, okay, man, I'm ready to play. The nerves are unsettled. I'm in game mode. I'm not thinking about this stuff. I'm just going to react.
No
need to overcomplicate. There's no need to overcomplicate things. Just do what works.
Yeah.
Works. And no lie, for both of our teams, for how bad we are struggling offense at the beginning of the game, our first drive should be no huddles, hurry up offenses to get these guys in that rhythm.
Yes.
That's how you do it. Like, I would
Yes.
love to see Nick go out there and do no huddles right off the bat for the first drive, just to get everyone in that rhythm and then go from there.
How did we see Buffalo be so, great in the 90s and go on those 4 runs for the Super Bowl? That was that Kavon, no hurry. Guys would get in a rhythm. The defense would get winded. Last night, you saw a Rams team that was out of shape, out of breath after the end of the second quarter because the 49ers were just driving that ball down their throat.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you see their corner catch that ball with his asshole? That was
dude, dude, I'll tell you what, I've seen everything, but that's the first time I ever saw an interception with a taint. I can't lie. Okay. I can't lie. I mean, oh my God, I'm watching that and I'm going, oh man, that taint funny. But you know what? It would have been great.
Funny.
That taint funny. Yo, so question, do 2 cheeks count as a catch?
It must be. I mean, that's why I'm kind of sorry that the flag is there.
As long as the ball doesn't touch the ground, doesn't matter what part of your body you catch it with.
I know.
I mean,
it's just funny, man.
I know.
That was funny. I'm not gonna lie. We had the butt fumble. We had the butt.
It was a beautiful catch. It was a beautiful.
Oh my God.
I mean, just the the awareness that he had
Yeah.
to keep on the ball as he's falling to the ground to catch it like that was crazy.
That was a hell of a play. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
but Joel, I wanted to ask you something real quick. Because you're a Giants fan and because of the injuries that Saquon has had, I know he was used a lot in college and things like that. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how worried are you that the tread is getting very thin on Saquon Barkley's tires?
Oh, I'm like a 2 or a 3 personally.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So you think you think he's going to have pretty good longevity in the NFL?
I mean, if you look at the last couple of years, what hits has he really taken? You look over he's been injured, so he's not really taking that pounding. Yeah, an ACL is serious, but, people like to say he's injury prone. I'm sorry, but you step on somebody's foot like that, that's just an oddball fluke injury.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not something like he's constantly got soft tissue injuries. We see so many guys that go out with hamstrings. That to me is injury prone. If you constantly got a calf injury, that's injury prone. It's
bullshit, man. He was not injured in college.
No, he wasn't.
I'm a Penn State fan. I know him and Miles both were very healthy in college, so it's not.
Yes.
But the difference between Miles and Saquon is Miles was only used 200 times.
Yep.
Saquon was used over 2,000 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a huge difference there in both of them. So,
yeah.
No, see, I look at the stats, I look at the numbers, I look at everything that's involved into it, and he really hasn't had a ton of carries. Yeah. He keeps his body in well shape, and I mean, this is running style. I don't like the cut and the slashing, but then again, with our offensive line as bad as it is, they're blitzing on him and they're 2 yards into the backfield when he gets the ball.
Yeah.
So he's trying to do more than what he should. And then when you start juking like that against, everybody's an All-American in the NFL, that's the best of the best. There's not one guy on the college team. You can bake him and shake him. And I mean, that's really hard to do. But Daniel Jones is his record is so much better when Barkley's in there. He's such a difference maker.
Oh,
he's,
for sure.
He's that guy where the defense is going to scheme for him. And that makes DJ's job a lot easier. Yeah. So if he could just stay healthy, if we can extend him somehow, I would be all for it because he's a leader, he's a captain, and he's one of the most senior guys on this Giants team. We don't have the 7, the 8, the 9, the 10-year veterans that everybody else has. Well, when you don't have that and you start getting rid of your leaders and everything like Barkley, like Shepard, Galladay's the oldest guy, but we didn't draft him.
Yeah.
So I want Barkley around just because of what he brings being on the field. He doesn't have to even get 20 carries a game, but because he's back there with that RPO and Daniel Jones. It just brings a difference, like Plexico Burris did for the Giants. He was always injured. He was always hurt. He had that ankle strain that lasted like 10 weeks, but he was out there every Sunday playing the game. And just because he was on the field, it opened up everything for everybody else.
Yeah. No, just having him on the field opens everything up.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
What's going on, Jinx?
Yo, what's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling?
What's up, Jinx?
How much?
What up,
Raphael, my guy.
El Capitan, what's going on?
Can I be honest? Because I'm not feeling good right now because I'm about to bed in 30 minutes because I had to work right here. But well, it seems like I'm not feeling good right now because I'm doing some homeworks in the editing process for my podcast. But well, I feel bad. I feel bad right now because I just I have a good partners like that, but even though I was making big mistakes like that, but I just made a video on YouTube that it happens with all these YouTube sports content creators. They had to support me and they had much love, but well, it seems like it's just like a dream, but maybe it's just like a nightmare to see those haters coming at me to say, hey, they're gonna cancel Raphael, they're gonna cancel El Capitan. So that's not fair. That's not true because even the special person right here, he has feelings right here. And I know it's really hard to struggle to do the podcast because right now I'm very difficult to see the schedule right here, the games had to do with my family, but well.
It's okay, Raphael. It's going to be all right, man. Don't stress too much. Don't let the haters get to you. They're always going to be there, but just keep doing your thing because we all know that you're good at what you do. So keep doing it. Don't worry about the haters. So they can screw
cancel
off.
your show, man. Just make a new YouTube account and start another one. Yeah. Seriously. It's that simple.
Yes, but I'm trying to do like a special guest right here because I'm trying to invite you on my podcast on Friday, but I'm not sure if they come or no. But well, it happened next time. But well, are you guys wanted to come in on Friday at 8:30 p.m. But I'm not sure. But it's Friday 8:30 p.m. But well. I'll send you a link before the show came in, but right now it's gonna be amazing. But like I say, I have a podcast show, but it's all about the sports right here. It's all about the sports that doesn't matter who you're a Panthers fan, a Philadelphia Eagles fans, a Dallas fans, Raiders fans. It doesn't matter, but well.
No, it matters if you're Dallas fans.
It matters.
Don't let them get you twisted. It's okay to be a Giant fan or a Washington fan, but it is not okay to be a Dallas fan.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay because right now, almost for the teams the NFL where they face against Dallas Cowboys, it's Dallas hate week, and we know it. But don't tell me about. But right now, the game between Carolina Panthers versus Dallas Cowboys, it gave me nightmares. But that's okay. But we got to face the no names of Washington right here. And in December, we're going to face against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it's going to be... But look at what we got over here. Okay, so Foothills, Uncensored, and also Joe. All right, so right now, my point is...
Things don't exist. It's okay. I'm not. Go ahead, buddy. I'm not trying to.
Just let me talk for a minute, okay? Just let me talk for a minute. All right. So, imagine this: if Dallas Cowboys are not going to the playoffs, and the Philadelphia Eagles are the number one spot on the EFC East right here, so is that time to make it to the playoffs right here? Because right now Dallas Cowboys are the first at the top right here. But I think this time the Eagles are gonna crush the competition right here because remember the last time that the Philadelphia Eagles got on a last place? That didn't change. That didn't change. But right now, it is time to opportunity to tell Nick Sirianni, we're gonna run that freaking ball right here over and over and over to say, hello, playoffs. That's my thoughts right here.
Yeah, no, man. I agree, and that's something we were talking about before you got in here with me and Joel and Foothills. You know, Eagles and Giants. We got to come together at this point, dude, and we got to take down Dallas somehow, some way. But I eventually they're going to take themselves down. I'm not worried about it, but I would love it to be one of us, though.
Right.
And yes, but look what we got over here. We got the fifth member right here. Sounds like the Avengers right here. We got Papa Sora.
Papa Sora's in the building. What up, Papa?
What's up?
This is going amazing right here. Just like the five caballeros right here. We got Foothills, we got Eagles Uncensored, we got Joe, we got Papa Sora, and we got the only Hispanic here, Rafael El Capitan. So don't mess with El Capitan Rafael, bitch, okay?
Hey, Fuego, play that Papa Sora clip.
Okay.
Wait, you have a clip of Papa Sora?
I was gonna say what clip?
One of these days, Vic, we're gonna get you in the woods. That sounds so fucking bad. I'm gonna isolate now. We're going to get isolated for sure. Right. You gotta ding, 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 ding.
I forgot about that. I was like,
Yo, I totally forgot he fucking said that shit.
I was like,
No
you're like,
wonder Vic's been
like,
gone for
on me?
like 3 fucking days, man. You had him in the fucking woods. You probably tied him up ass naked to a tree with a bear around or some shit. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Like, bring him back, dude.
he
Where's-
was congested.
Vic, let us know you're okay.
Send out the search party.
One of these days, Vic, we're gonna get you in the woods. That sounds so.
The last Vic sighting right there. The last Vic sighting.
Yeah.
What was funny was when I said that, and usually I'm the one that like completely can find a way to turn something completely opposite. I was like, I don't understand why everybody's laughing. I just said, get into, I can see where that's going now. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, you're the first to judge me when I tell somebody to go wagyu my meat when it has nothing to do with what
That's
I
what
was
I'm
talking
saying.
about.
I'm like, I'm usually like the first person to catch on, even when it's my own bullshit. But that time I was like, I don't see what.
way.
I was like, I don't see how this is. Like, I don't see
Random
how this could go wrong.
Random's calling for it.
What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
A lot of that going on.
Right?
Hey man, the only reason we're talking about it is because we're only 1 game out. I mean, if we were like 4 or 5 out, I probably wouldn't be talking about it. But I mean, the
Thank you,
chance is
Jerry.
still there. So
Yeah.
See, I'm innocent.
On a serious note, though, thoughts and prayers out to Vic 3 and his family. He's sick, the wife's sick, the baby's sick. So
Oh geez.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I
Thoughts
thought
and
the
prayers
man
out
just
to
had a
them.
stuffy nose.
see what happens when you take a guy into the woods?
Oh
I
my
didn't take him into the woods though, bro.
That's not what you said.
shit. You
I
guys
said
could be
one
in
of
my
these
you guys
days
could be in
we
my shoes
as
right
a
now. I
YouTube
burnt my
as well.
ears frozen and my girlfriend's pregnant. I can't pull anything out on time.
Dang.
He said.
Listen, I got a badge. I got a badge for you, all right? I got the perfect badge for you. Hold on.
Who, Joel?
I'm glad
Yeah.
you said badge. I thought you said vag.
No. Hold on.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
You know, did you notice how smooth this conversation was going before Pop-Up jumped in?
I'm not the
Don't
one
tell
that
me
played
about
the
me,
clip.
okay?
All I said was sup, and I'm pretty sure that was about it.
Nah, I'm with Random though. Let's win 2 in a row here, man. I know. Let's get back on football. Let's get
Oh,
Yeah, let's win a freaking home
Let's
game.
win 3 in a row.
It's
Let's just
been,
win them
over
all.
330
that.
days since the Eagles last won a home game. We got to get off the schneid at home, man. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, at
I
least
think
we're winning away, though. I mean,
We're road warriors now.
Yeah.
when the hell did that happen?
Right.
Yeah, if we sneak into a wild card, we're going to have a really good road record. That's for
Right?
sure.
It's like,
right?
please don't let it be in Philly. Please don't let it be in Philly. Let's go.
So
Be on the
Joel, I
opposite
got to
side of
ask you.
Philly.
We're sitting with a tie. Wait, we have a tied record right now, right?
No.
with
Giants, or is that
no,
Washington?
we're one game behind you because we just got off our bye week. Your bye week's coming up in what, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Week
Well,
14.
okay. I'm not even counting Washington at this point because of all the injuries they just sustained. But
Yeah.
so I'll put you into that picture. What do you like the odds for?
Oh man, this Tampa Bay game coming up is going to be my deciding factor on what we're going to do. Brady's coming off of 2 losses in a row.
I'm about to say you got pissed off, Brady.
Yeah, exactly. However, Tampa Bay secondary is garbage. Vita Vea might be out. I mean, they got a lot of injuries. JPP might be out. So with that pass rushing line being depleted with Vita Vea and JPP out, we get Andrew Thomas back. But that might solidify us enough to be able to take advantage of that depleted secondary in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, all right, the last 2 games they've lost. I mean, did somebody show us how to beat that team? Is there an Achilles heel there for Tom Brady? I haven't watched any film yet on that.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So I don't know the factors going into that game, but if that's the case and we got Galladay back and we got Ross back and I got Shepard, Ingram can catch the ball. I mean, he's only had 1 drop this year. I'll give the guy credit, but I'm still not falling in love with him. I wouldn't mind him getting traded, but that didn't happen. So, I mean, Rudolph's slow ass out there on the field. I mean, that freaking guy tries to run a 9-yard route and it takes him 7.6 seconds just to get 5 yards. So, some of the stuff.
I completely forgot Rudolph was on your team.
Oh, and I didn't.
He did
it.
Now, I will say Bradbury and Adoree Jackson have been looking nice as our corners. Xavier McKinney's definitely been stepping up into that secondary, so we might be able to contain their receivers. Man, we did a good job against Kansas City. Not gonna lie, we should have won that game. That was a depressing game that we lost. I mean, Tyreek Hill was the only one that really burned us, but we kept the tight end.
Kelsey.
Yeah, we kept Kelsey to what, 6-9 yards? So, I mean, we went out there with a great game plan. We should have had 3 interceptions, 4 on Mahomes. Penalties, stupid freaking penalties again. You guys got Malata, we got Zimenez, or not Malata. Who's your linebacker you guys hate?
Singleton.
Yeah, Singleton. That's the one that
him.
Philly 500 was hollering at. Get off the line. Get off the line. Get back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Yeah. No, he definitely has some
Getty arms
issues.
Baby arm Singleton.
Yeah. So, man, I mean, if we can go beat Tampa Bay and give them 3 losses in a row, I might believe in something here. But as far as we did good against the Raiders, but you get Derek Carr nervous. I mean, now our pass rush is definitely looking better with Roche and Ojulari.
Yeah.
We're definitely getting pressure. Leo's been balling out. Dexter's been balling out. Our front 4 has definitely improved since we got rid of Lorenzo Carter and Zimenez.
Yeah.
The Martinez thing I was kind of worried about, but Bernardrick McKinney has been filling in nice. Tay Crowder is a 7th-round pick. He's not a starter in my eyes, but he's been a good fill in the role, learning on the fly. We got another pass rusher coming off of IR. I'd like to see him get out there and see what he can do with Roche and Ojulari. But I mean, if we can beat that Tampa Bay line with just 4 and drop 7, we got a chance to upset Brady again. So,
what the?
Please do. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But
maybe you're talking about Joel, maybe you're thinking of Barnett, the defensive end that we hate.
Yeah, Barnett. That's it.
Who we
Barnett.
hate. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an end. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like I said, I try to follow, but trying to keep track of every friggin' team with all these players.
Derek Barnett's an idiot. He's one of the biggest boneheads out there.
Yeah, Barnett.
Bonehead Barnett.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm with you though, man. I believe that's kind of some of our biggest issues as a team. Both of ours is we just got a lot of young guys we're trying to get in and develop. And that's what's slowing us down a little bit. I feel that once we do get these guys developed, and if they are able to be developed, we'll be a much scarier team. Both of us.
See, my biggest thing though is Garrett. I don't think Garrett is letting DJ call the plays, control the line, make reads. I think they're turning DJ into a one-read quarterback, and then that's what everybody is focused on is he's a one-read quarterback. But that's been the biggest discussions on us Giants podcast right now is whether or not Garrett's letting DJ go up there and be the quarterback he can be. Because damn well good in college that and when he was at Duke with Eli Manning and Peyton Manning's coach, Cutcliffe, he wasn't like that. He was not a one-read quarterback under Cutcliffe. Cutcliffe ain't going to teach that.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing this under Garrett, and is it pride that's making Garrett not let him call the plays or change the plays at the line of scrimmage? Is that why he's only making him one read?
You guys should never hire him to begin with.
Listen, pride is important.
Yeah. What's up, bud?
AK, what did you say just now?
Oh, I said they shouldn't have hired him to begin with. I'm so surprised you guys did. Jason Garrett would not have been my choice at all.
Me? Wasn't mine. Merrill loves him for some reason.
Yeah. I think they just needed somebody who was willing to work under Judge and they wanted somebody with head coaching experience. And if Garrett was willing to do that, then they were more than happy.
Yeah, that's exactly what we believe happened is that, they gave Judge the opportunity to be the head coach, but said, we got to get a couple of guys underneath you. I mean, hence Freddie Kitchens. Hence Jason Garrett. Hence there's another one, I think.
Yeah,
well,
that's
I mean,
the problem.
even Patrick Graham's going to be lined up for coaching positions this year, our defensive coordinator.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, from the beginning right now, the New York Giants has become like a headache because right now Judge hasn't the guts to say what's going on with the defense, what's going on with the offline. So since the beginning of the season right here, it's sometimes like they have a lot of issues right here. And the preseason that we came before the season, before the regular season, it happens a lot of deal without issues right here because John Judge is, I don't know, is living under the moon right here because he's not focusing about the game right here is not focusing about what's going on with the defense when we run to the offline of these games. But it seems like, they need to focus to, hire a new one for the next season or maybe maybe they have to cut like a cleaning for the team right here. Maybe like a clean for the organization for the next season if they have the guts to see that like a future contenders for the Super Bowl or the playoffs.
Well, if you remember, Judge got rid of Colombo, the offensive line coach that wasn't doing things the way Judge wanted him to do. He fired him. Mm-hmm. That was last year. And I personally think that Jason Garrett is untouchable. I think Mara is so involved in the background right now that that Judge has no control as to who calls the play, who can replace him, give Kitchens a chance, give somebody. I mean, the numbers don't lie. We're bottom in the NFL when it comes to quarterback offensive numbers. And look, it's not like I'm not seeing DJ improved. I saw him improve week 2 to week 3 to week 4. When Andrew Thomas was out there, DJ had an over 90% QBR. Or a 90 point whatever QBR rating for like 3-4 weeks in a row. You don't get that without, being accurate, delivering the ball, moving the offense. I'm sorry, the kid's got talent. He's already shown he's got talent. Let the kid go out there and control the game, control the offense, call his plays. It's not happening.
Joel, I got to ask a serious question though to you, buddy. I hate on Daniel Jones sometimes. He would not have been my first pick if I was a Giant fan. But he is in his third year.
Mm-hmm.
He has had time to develop, and yet you're still developing him. I got to ask, like, you see his progression. You see what he can do, but then you also see the negative aspects of him as well. Is that something that you truly feel will get you by the next 10 years, or do you feel you truly have to upgrade the QB position at some point, especially if you have to keep developing this kid? Because at this point, I feel he should be at a level of play where you shouldn't be developing him anymore. He should be able to do this on his own.
Well, just like you said, Hurts wasn't getting developed because too much was getting thrown on his shoulders. I don't think DJ's getting enough thrown on his shoulders. I think DJ's trying to go out there and be like a robot and do what Garrett wants him to do, because we all know if you don't do what your boss wants, you're not going to be there. I mean, look at how DJ's playing. He's over there, he's looking, he's not really changing the plays at the line of scrimmage. He's not taking control of the offense. He's not looking at like a 6'6" wide receiver mashed 1-on-1 to the outside. He's not even looking that way. Okay. Yeah. Every quarterback in the NFL knows you got that mismatch. You throw the fade into the corner, let the big guy go up and get it. He's not even trying those throws.
Yes.
We know he can make those throws. But
don't you kind of put some of that on him though? I mean, he is the one out there playing. If he sees that, he needs to check that. Fuck them. They're not the ones out there playing. They're not the ones out there playing.
I want to see him throw it too. But what other explanation is there for him not doing that? Because we saw him do it in college. I saw him do it under Shermer's offense.
The only thing I can think of is they don't trust him.
Yeah, that's what we're all saying.
But that should tell you something, though. But if your coaches don't trust your quarterback, that ultimately should tell you something. I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at right now. It's like, all right, is Jalen Hurts only throwing 17, 18 times because we don't trust him? Or is he throwing 17, 18 times because we're trying to develop him and give him little by little? But here's the difference between Hurts and Daniel. Hurts has only played 10 games to Daniel's what? 40, 50?
2 and 3/4 years. He only missed 2. 40? He missed 4 weeks his first year. He played every game.
But I mean, he has a lot more games under his belt.
Yes, he does.
Like you should not have to simplify shit for this kid anymore.
And that's what I'm saying. It's too simplified.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe he's the issue, though. Maybe he can't.
I can't.
Take it all in.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but I can't believe that. This kid's too friggin' smart. He went to Duke. My God, you know that's a hell of a school to go average 4.0 GPA. You can't be that stupid, my guy.
It's not stupid though. It's just not talented enough. I mean, just because you go to college doesn't make you smart.
Well,
I mean, come on.
But you know I cannot believe that Daniel Jones right now could not run the offense given the opportunity. And not only that, why haven't they even tried? Why haven't we at least seen it for a couple of games? If we went in this year, Daniel played the way he does, and then week 7, 8, 9, they let him go out and do something, and he fails at it. Okay, I got a better read off this guy.
Oh, shoot.
No, I hear you, man. I do.
It's confusing, and that's what has all us Giants fans pissed off about Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's why it's same with me, because right now it's very difficult that over the first games of the season right here, we just saw a good Sam Darnold. But you know what? It seems like they had a difference between Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones. They seen ghosts right here because they chasing us. Because it's well, I think the last season with Sam Darnold with the New York Jets, it really sucks. But just like a reminder that well, Daniel Jones is not the only had to do like the worst days. Watch Sam Darnold right here because he was doing like the worst thing at the third at those games without Christian McCaffrey. But
Right.
well, it's but it's like a roller coaster right here. But it seems like well, who's the worst quarterback over here? But well, it seems like well, Daniel Jones is not the only one, but it seems like Sam Darnold is the other one. But it seems, oh guys, this is. But well,
all right, let me throw this at you real quick. Sorry to cut you off, Raphael. All right,
Okay.
I got this. Hurts' stats for this year. He's got 22,159 yards. He's got 17 touchdowns to 5 interceptions with a 91.9 QBR in the first 11 weeks. Okay. Daniel Jones has 2,059 yards, 100 less yards, but he's only got 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Mhm.
To me, and I made that comment to you during the offseason before the season even started, you have a quarterback who only threw 11 touchdowns in 14 games last year. You know, where a lot of people at 11 games were already at 20 plus touchdowns. Well,
Right.
you're already in week 11 and he's only got 8. Jalen Hurts is already outproducing him in 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that do for you? I mean, that's got to have an effect, doesn't it not?
It does have an effect, especially on me. You know, I'm
Yeah.
sitting here watching this kid move the ball between the 20s with exceptional ease, making great throws. And then all of a sudden, we get down to the red zone, and Jason Garrett calls these stupid ass end arounds with Evan Ingram, lose 3 yards. We go down there, get a penalty. Okay, so there's 10 yards for holding. So now we got 2nd and 14 or for first and goal. And then we get offensive pass interference or something. You know, they just keep shooting themselves in the foot, backing themselves up where they have to go for 3. Or we cannot, the offensive line, we go forward on 4th and inches, and we can't move the defensive line an inch. DJ has to try to roll out. Rudolph's not blocking, and our quarterback gets a concussion. You know, look at. I mean, that throw to Evan Ingram was a beautiful throw down the sidelines. He put the ball right where he was supposed to be. Touchdown, Ingram. Guys, I mean, Daniel Jones is getting drops left and right with these receivers we're throwing to. I mean, come on. Pettis, we're throwing to Slayton. I'm sorry, but that guy is dropping balls left and right this year.
Yeah.
You know, Rudolph dropping passes. The running backs are dropping passes.
Damn right.
You know, though, I can't give you that excuse, though, my guy, because we've had that issue for the last 3 fucking years, and y'all never gave us that. So you don't get that from us. I
You're
mean,
right. Yeah.
I love you, man. You're a great friend of
Especially
mine,
when
but
you went out and got Galladay and Ross, who were going to be the saviors.
Well, that was
yeah,
that
I
was
mean,
man. I mean, that was
I can't give you love on the drops, though, is what I'm saying. 'Cause we had many
Right.
years with Nelson Aguilar. We had many years with all these crappy
Right.
fucking wide receivers that dropped many, many balls. And everyone's like, oh, your quarterback sucks. It's like, no, look how many passes were fucking dropped. It's not our quarterback. It's our fucking wide receivers. You know, and no one wanted to listen to us. So I'm
well.
sorry.
That's
man.
why you know. That's you asked me what's
Now we
going
get to
on. Why he
blame.
doesn't?
I know.
You know, I mean, what else can I say? I mean,
Yeah.
Daniels. Look at some of the plays and the route and the concepts of the routes that Jason Garrett is implementing in the red zone defense when DJ goes back to pass. You know, these guys are bringing skies. We got 5 linemen, and not only that, Nate Solder's a freaking turnstile. Hernandez is a freaking turtle. Our center's on his ass all the time.
Because if Daniel Jones was able to run more of a complex offense, why wouldn't they be doing it?
Because he has no time. Well, the stats say he has like 2.3 seconds in the pocket, but I'll tell you what, watch a Giants game. Watch how fast Nate Solder gets beat. Watch how fast Aaron Hernandez can't pick up a stunt. Billy Price, our center. I mean, that freaking guy, all the guy does is breathe on him. He falls down on his ass and the guy goes right by. No friggin' problem. I mean, how can you implement a more aggressive offense, you know, to the 10, 15, 20-yard route concepts when he's constantly under pressure?
Well, then maybe you guys need to do what we do and just run the fucking ball.
That's what we did. We ran the ball 30 times and we beat the freaking Raiders.
Well, maybe you should do that more often then.
Yeah.
Do that before. Just not against us.
As we were running the ball, we saw no play action. We saw no rollouts in the second half. We saw none of that, you know, easy completion to Rudolph for 9 slow ass yards, which, you know, if it was any other tight end, they would have gotten 20 or 25. I mean, there's just so much to this, and it's not just Daniel Jones. It's from John Mara down right now. I mean, all the way to the freaking water boy, okay? Because I think their ass is late getting out on the field, giving a guy a drink.
They got that water from Michigan. It's all shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's not just Daniel. You know, you can say the injuries, you can say the drops, you can say the penalties, and that's what we're sick and tired of, is all of the above. Because an offsides penalty, we beat the football team. Okay. You know, a dropped interception.
Stream Foothills. You can have it for a while, man, and ask your questions. I don't even know why the fuck I'm still talking, honestly.
I bring out the best in AK, guys. Y'all see this? Y'all see this?
I apparently bring out the worst in AK.
Guys, gentlemen, I think I'm falling asleep, but I had to off right here, but guys, I'm feeling asleep right here, but have a good night, gentlemen, and I will see you there next time.
You too, buddy.
Great talking to you.
Adios,
feel
amigo.
better, my guy.
Bye.
Yes. Say, you go ahead, man. I'm sure you got some questions for him, so go for it. I didn't mean to take over.
No, it's all good, brother. It's all good. No, I was enjoying the conversation that we're having because it's good. It's it's always good to talk to division rivals, especially people who actually know what they're talking about. Then I could tell, I could tell Joel's, not a dumb individual at all. So it's always good to have people on like that.
In fact, he's much funnier than this most of the time. He's being a good boy right now.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
But I mean, in the end, though, man, this does come down to us. I mean, that's truly the way I look at it. So may the best one win.
Yep.
And I like this comment from Richie. We can all answer this, but I think I know the answer. Who goes first, Gettleman or Howie? Well, I'm sure it's going to be Gettleman because Howie hasn't gone anywhere in 20 years. So,
it depends on who dies first.
Kinda.
Man, look, I get killed for this in the Giants community. I'm like, bring Gettleman back for one more year. And everyone says, "What are you smoking crack? You're not right in the head. You're not this or that." And I'm like, well, let's look at the past. Look what Gettleman inherited with Jerry Reese. We had 5-year contracts, bad contracts. We weren't getting out of anything. Eli was at the end of his career. I say what you want. In my heart and my belief, I think Saquon Barkley was a John Mara pick. I think John Mara wanted Barkley for Eli to try to get one last push into the playoffs. There was no way we were going to get a good left tackle, so they went out and got the best tackle on the market at the time, Nate Solder. There was nobody else out there that we were going to be able to trade for, whatever. That just wasn't there. And then that contract bit us in the ass, too.
We would have gotten Jason Peters.
Yeah, well... 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Well, we got the JPP contract that upset a lot of fans. Getting rid of some players, trading OBJ upset a lot of people. That really probably is the biggest thing right there. Why a lot of fans want Gettleman gone because he traded. I didn't sign him to trade him. Yeah, you did. It's business, And then they're trying to say who won the trade. I don't get involved into that, but you know, we got players of value at the time. I mean, Kevin Zeitler was really good. A lot of fans were upset that we didn't re-sign him. He's in Baltimore now. You know, then you look at some of the other moves that he's made, but I mean, let's look at the last draft. You know, we got Ojulari, we got Tony, we got a good corner, we got another pass rusher, did some moves, did some trading, gave us a future. The 3-year contracts that we signed last year, we can get out of those next year.
Yeah.
So Bradbury could be gone. Martinez could be gone. Nate Solder will be gone. Evan Ingram will be gone. Hernandez will be gone. This is going to be a whole different team next year. And because of the way we're set up now with the future,
Draft.
That's what Gettleman has done. All right. We got money for a little bit of money for free agency. We can bring in some interior offensive linemen. We can draft an edge rusher. We can draft an offensive lineman this year. It's going to be a good draft for both. Even in the second round, I wouldn't mind seeing 2 offensive linemen and an edge. But we got to see how our edge rushers, Roche and Ojulari, are going to turn out the rest of this year. This is their proving time right now. And I tell people, don't get too excited because we were all hyped up on Zimenez and Carter, and they just turned into dog shit. No, there's no other explanation for it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we still need a lot of pieces. We still need some more depth, and that's the biggest thing that hurt us. But the draft a year before, you know, we got Thomas. We got our stud left tackle. You know, I said everybody likes everybody that we got in the draft so far. So him and Judge are working really well together. We give these NFL players and everybody 3 years. Give the coach 3 years. Let him work with Gettleman. These guys seem to be working well. Because everyone said Gettleman does not trade down. He's never traded down. He traded down. All right. He did what's best for the team instead of trying to do what Jerry Reese did, and that's bring in and buy a defense to try to save his job. So as far as the Gettleman hate and everything, I am not one of them Gettleman haters. I try to look at big picture for everything. And if I'm sitting back and being an honest football fan, looking big picture, you know what? Gettleman's done a damn good job with the contracts, and him and Judge the last 2 drafts has done an exceptionally well job, in my opinion. We're getting playmakers again. Now we just got to get that cohesiveness. We got to get it back together. And then Giants fans, I mean, look, we're going to be an 8-8 team again next year, and it doesn't matter who's coaching, who's the GM. We got to have 5 offensive linemen starting again for the first time. They've never played it down together. Probably 2 of them will be rookies. We don't know how Lemieux's coming back. We don't know how Gates is coming back from that awful leg injury that he sustained in week 2. So, I mean, there's still going to be a lot of turnover, a lot of turmoil. Ain't nobody going to fix this next year. So I'm looking at us next year as a 500 team.
Now, because of that and all the people that you said you're probably going to get rid of, and I would expect Evan Ingram to be on that list as well, right?
Right.
You know, that's a huge fucking turnaround, my guy. That's a huge turnaround. I have us sitting here, you know, we'll be competitive, but I don't believe we'll be back to the top like where we were in 17 until like 2 or 3 years from now. You know, not next year. Next year will be our climb up, but it will be the year after that is when we'll take off, I believe. But because of what you just said in that crazy ass rebuild that you have in mind, how long do you feel until you guys are truly contenders again?
I do believe, because we're starting to get the depth, we have not signed guys to 2nd-year contracts in how long? There's a New York Giant. I sit here and it's like, yeah, that blew your mind, didn't it?
I had to think.
That blew your mind.
I had to think.
Yeah, you got to go back a ways. I think OBJ's the last one we signed to a 2nd-year contract, and he's not on the team no more.
Yeah.
And then immediately traded him.
So that's where we're at as a team, and it's like, I'm sorry, but Lorenzo Carter doesn't deserve a 2nd-year contract. Zimenez does not deserve it. Solder's nowhere. He needs to retire. Hernandez does not deserve a 2nd-year contract. The guy can't pick up a stunt to save his life.
What about Martinez?
Blake Martinez, how's he going to come back off that ACL surgery or tear? We got a couple of guys on the inside right now that are doing a pretty adequate job. And if we can improve that in free agency next year, get rid of him. We save $9 million.
Yeah.
We get rid of Bradbury. We save $12 million. We get rid of Nate Solder. We save $16 million. We get rid of the punter. We save $3.3 million.
Damn. That's a high.
Yeah. But you know what? They're playing adequate on defense right now, but the offensive line just hot garbage, man. That's why I'm like, get rid of freaking everybody. It's a hell of a blow up, but here's what I'm doing. Nate Solder's going to be replaced with a first-round right tackle. Maybe Billy Price might be replaced by a first-round center. Then we get that second edge rusher. Are we really losing that much, blowing it up like that, bringing a couple interior linemen from free agency? Somebody that can actually play?
Yeah.
It's not really that big of a blow up when you think about it.
What is your cap room this year?
I think we figured it out to like $55 million if we.
So you're right around us then. You're right there with us. Okay.
Yeah. That's with it going up 20 million too. If it goes up 20 million, I think we're saving like $33 million cutting Bradbury, Martinez, Solder, not re-signing Hernandez because this is his last year. Ingram, this is his last year, so they're not counting anything on the cap at all.
Yeah. It can work.
It could.
What are your do you like Bradbury? Do you wish they would maybe re-sign him?
I would like it. I'd like to have him redo his contract for a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
But I want to see what this third round corner that we got. I think we jumped ahead of you guys in Dallas to grab. I can't remember his friggin' name. I can't remember my own name half the time, but
I don't know either. I know the one.
Yeah, I don't remember y'all jumping us.
The one that we wanted, the only one that jumped us was the Cardinals for Gowan.
I know we jumped you and the Cowboys for a corner in the third round.
In the third round?
I think it was a third. Yeah. Papa knows who I'm talking about.
Is it the guy with the really weird name like the Okwa?
That's what Google's for.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Right? I know I'm doing that too.
I am too.
Damn it! Fuck the government. Or something like that.
Aaron Robinson, UCF.
Oh yes, I actually wanted Robinson, dude.
Yeah,
teammate of Tay Gowan at UCF. Yep.
Nah, Robinson was he's a dog, dude.
Yeah.
I liked it too.
That's what I mean. If he can get some game time right now, the end of this year, get some game film on him, let him learn and develop, he might be the guy to replace. But Adoree Jackson, we will definitely have next year. We can't get out of his contract, but he's been balling.
What?
Papa, you were thinking of a linebacker in the second round, Azeez Ojulari.
No, I was thinking of the guy from Syracuse.
Oh,
the cornerback with the really weird name.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking
like Obenafua or something like that.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just say Adoree Jackson's doing good for you? Because all I've heard from Giant fans is bitching about him.
Dude, I mean, everybody's bitching about him, but his stats don't lie. He's grading out at PFF at like 9 or 10.
Okay.
His tackling sucks, but his defense breaking up passes and stuff has been really good. It's his tackling everyone's bitching about.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Slay's 7th, I believe, in corners right now, 7th or 10th. Like
Bradbury's
for
18th.
Yeah, for how bad our defense has been playing this year, Slay's actually been balling out. So
right.
Yeah. Which if he keeps balling out like this, I honestly think we re-sign him next year.
I kind of hope we do.
1 or 2 year deal. I wouldn't.
I think you re-sign Slay and then you get a corner in one of your first round picks, like a Kyrie Long or something like that.
You go with Gowan, my guy. You got to go with Gowan. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, dude. I'm telling you, y'all are sleeping on Gowan. This kid is going to be a beast.
Not me. I've never been sleeping on him.
Oh, I know you don't. I know you are.
I mean, I was right there with you. I wanted Gowan as well, and I've thought about that as well. But it's also just, I don't know. it depends, I guess, on who's still the defensive coordinator. Because I don't truly trust Gannon to develop Gowan.
Right.
I do if it's for his system. Because you have to remember, Gowan's only 23. And he really hasn't played yet. He is a rookie this year. So you can mold him into whatever you want. I mean, it's not like he's coming from another team and already has experience and he has to learn something new. You know, he can just hop right in and learn. It's not.
True. Yeah, I was still, when I saw that, what's his face? Zach, I'll shoot myself.
Well,
if he does that, bro.
I got a question for you guys that's been going pretty good, and I've been getting a lot of pushback on it, but you know, and I get everybody's understanding. Now, look, I am in no way, shape, or form saying that any of these quarterbacks coming out of college this year are worth a top 10 pick. Okay.
Yeah.
But do you guys, how many quarterbacks do you all feel are going to go in the top 10 this year because everyone reaches?
2.
In the top 10?
In the top 10.
2.
Pickett and Willis. Yeah.
I'm not even going to go.
I think people will take Willis just because of his legs and his potential of his
I wouldn't even go with Pickett. I think
Corral?
people are going to reach on Corral, and then they're going to do the same with Willis, yeah.
Well, then I got to go with 3 because I
just
believe
it kind of tells you how shallow the quarterback class is when one of the top guys is from Liberty. I mean,
right?
Saying
right?
Yeah. So I think maybe 2. I think more than likely probably 2 because, like you said, people reach. So I could see Corral and Willis going in the top 10.
No, because I mean, if you look at the teams that need a quarterback, you got to figure Miami's probably going to be looking for one.
Well,
Detroit probably be looking
pick
for
back
one
from us.
Well, they got
they better get their pick back then because we have it.
I'm just saying.
What's its face? They have a pick because of the Niners.
They do. They do have a pick because of the Niners.
But that's going to be a high pick, though, my guy. That's not.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's their pick as well. So
the football team's probably going to be looking for somebody.
And that's probably.
Would you count the Jets as one, especially if Wilson?
I am not touching the Jets with a 10-foot hot poker, man.
we got to touch it a little bit.
No.
Atlanta
could be looking for a quarterback.
I thought they should have taken one this past year. I thought they should have took one.
Denver,
Texans,
looking.
Yeah,
Texans will be looking for
Texans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because where's Deshaun Watson going to go? Deshaun Watson possibly be in Miami.
And possibly you got to keep on the rise too. Green Bay. You know, if Aaron Rodgers walks this year, we all saw how bad Matt Love was.
Seattle. If Russell Wilson leaves, Seattle. Yep.
Like there's a lot, dude. There's a lot of teams that could need.
What's his face? Chicago. No, not Chicago.
You guys say New Orleans?
Minnesota.
Oh, New Orleans too. Yeah.
New Orleans, Minnesota. You're right. You're right. Never thought about Minnesota.
Chicago. I was like, they drafted.
But my God, there's 8 or 9 teams we just named.
I've heard people talking about.
There's not 8 or 9 quarterbacks though.
No, there's not
right now.
But people are going to panic and they're going to jump up into the top 5 to grab one of these guys. Yeah, I'm like,
Kyle Hamilton falls down.
Are they smart for doing it? No, I don't think they're smart for doing it. But needy teams are going to go up and. I mean, if Mitch Trubisky can go second to the Bears, which we all never saw that friggin' coming.
Right.
Tim Couch. Okay. Yeah. There was a great draft pick.
Ryan Leaf.
I think Willis will end up going to Atlanta though, because I believe their eyes are sparkling because they see another Michael Vick, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they better just.
I would not be amazed if he goes to Atlanta.
So, I mean, so you figure that's 3 in the top 10. That leaves 7 picks. I mean, and so now you're going to look at, is there a wide receiver that's going to go top 10?
And the Eagles and the Giants have
Olave and Wilson, both of them.
All right. So there's 5 picks. All right. So that leaves 5 picks. All right. So then it's like offensive linemen. How many of those do you see? Because there's some phenomenal. That kid from Georgia is just as good as that one at Alabama.
Are they top 10s though? Do you think? Like, do you think because of how many quarterbacks are needed, how many wide receivers are needed, do you think they'll get shuffled down though to like mid pack?
That's why I'm bringing it up. I mean, everybody wants to talk draft right now, and everybody wants to know our position, but it's like, okay, right now, if I'm looking at this, there's probably going to be 2 offensive linemen taken because, there's going to be 3 edges taken. There's going to be 3 quarterbacks taken. And usually there's always a cornerback or 2 that's taken in the top 10.
I would say 2.
Stingley will definitely go in the top 10.
Yeah. See, so these guys are some of these guys that, we're looking at top 10 picks are going to fall just because of a team needs.
Yeah. Well, we saw it last year, Atlanta, instead of taking a quarterback, they took Pitts and then Waddle. And then you had, Surtain and then Horn go back to back.
Right.
Smith all the way to 10, which got us to get him, which shuffled Parsons back to 11 for Dallas. And then, it shuffled Tony back for you guys. It was a huge shuffle. It just kept going.
It was.
So I expect that the same way this year as well. I agree.
This could be the wildest draft. I mean, because there's always a team that goes up and grabs a guy like Cleveland Farrell for the Raiders.
Well, that's just the Raiders.
I know, but there's always a team that reaches, and that's what I'm trying to say. People look at me funny. I tell them if the Giants have like the 4th or 5th pick from the Bears, it's like trade down. And everyone's like, no, dude, I'm telling you, there's going to be some good players in the 10 to 15 range. And if you can get a 1st and a 3rd next year and keep that future draft capital so that if we do need to replace Jones next year, we got the picks to go up there and get somebody. And we're not giving away the future.
You're thinking like a smart GM now. So that's how it's supposed to be thinking.
I would not take any quarterback in this draft over Daniels.
I wouldn't either.
So, I'm sorry. I wouldn't take anyone in this draft over Hurts. I wouldn't. None of them have truly popped out at me. No.
I wouldn't take any over DJ. I really wouldn't. Everyone says DJ sucks, but I'm sorry, DJ's better than everybody coming out right now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the way I feel about Hurts too. I mean, they might have better arms, but the ones with better arms don't have the legs, and the ones that have the legs, they don't have the arm. You might as well just keep Hurts.
Right.
Yep.
So
they don't already have the locker room. They don't already have the coach. I mean, you listen to Nick Sirianni. Jalen's this next guy. He hasn't already said that he's the franchise, but somebody was like, "Oh, do you think Hurts is the franchise?" And he goes, "Look at the past 3 games. What do you think?"
Right.
And then so Jalen is Nick, or Nick is Jalen's guy.
Yeah.
Because Jalen is showing that he is a dual threat quarterback. He's not just a runner. He can throw it too.
Honest,
again, what would have made
every
the Denver game so much better is after one of the touchdowns, he looks up to the box where Howie is and just goes.
Well, and to be honest, man, Hurts isn't every coach quarterback. I mean, think about it. Any coach could use him. Sean McVay could make Hurts work. You guys in New York could make him work if you had him. Anyone can because of his legs alone. That goes a long way.
And when you have a smart kid with that kind of work ethic, that just makes it that much easier too.
Yeah.
Well, here's my only question with Hurts right now, and this is not. I'm not being a hater.
The deep ball.
I'm trying to be a realist.
The deep ball.
All right. What happens? I'm going to be really interested to see how he reacts if you come across a defense that can shut down your run. Because running the ball right now has given him a lot of freedom, and he looks a lot more relaxed in the game. He's not feeling that pressure. But when when he has to put the game on his shoulders, that's the next obstacle for Hurts right there. I could say the same thing about DJ. He's been improving and playing better, but now we got to see the game when it comes down to him throwing the ball, his command of the offensive line.
And that may just be this week. Looking at the rest of our schedule, that may just be this week because the Saints have a Super Bowl caliber defense right now.
Yeah.
They have really good defense. So, and they shut down, like you said, it's going to be interesting to see how he responds to that and how not only he does, but how Nick Sirianni and Coach Steichen respond to it too, because you have to be able to make those in-game adjustments and you have to plan. You have to somewhat plan for things like that, and in the back of your mind. So,
yes,
I also feel like, I feel like we also just kind of saw that during Denver, because Denver got to that man quick. Besides that 32-yard rush, that was about it for him. He had smart. Okay, so my question is, before I go further, are you talking about just rolling out the pocket or rushing for the yard, scrambling?
Who, me? Just
Yes.
basic
your
game
question-
play overall. Put the team on his shoulders, drive the ball down the field, whether it's running, whether it's throwing, whether it's checking or audibling to another play. Making sure he throws the guy to the out so that he can get out of bounds to save a timeout. That type of leadership.
Okay, I didn't know if you were saying if he can't roll out the pocket and then throw.
No, he can do that.
No, I know, but I was saying I thought you weren't counting those, so that's where I was. Specifically in the pocket.
Well, I'm counting it all. When another team shuts your running game down, can Hurts or Jones, either or, man, really, can they put the team on their shoulders and drive that ball down the field? That's your next step of progression to winning games.
2 games ago, I got to go back to 2 games ago, not last week, but the week before, when we lost by 3 to the Chargers. To the Chargers.
Oh, 2 weeks. Okay, yeah, fair point.
That was definitely, in my eyes, Jalen brought us back in that. Okay, that was all that kid. If you watch the second half of that game, Jalen Hurts was the reason we came back and we almost won that. Okay, right. If it wasn't for our defense, we probably would have.
Right.
So I'm not as inclined to say that he can't do it, because the Chargers didn't. You know what I'm saying? He has the ability. He has the ability.
They didn't really. What you're trying to say is the Chargers didn't really beat us. We beat ourselves in that game. Because if our defense would have played, if they would have even came halfway to play a couple weeks ago against LA, we would have beat the Chargers because the offense was doing their thing. Is the defense couldn't stop a nosebleed out there. They just couldn't.
Yeah.
Right.
So Herbert was back there returning emails, making TikToks, brewing tea, remodeling.
They went for it twice on 4th down, didn't they?
They got stopped both times, but they went for it.
Yeah. They also drove the ball. Just after the Washington.
Yeah, one of the 4th down stops was after they drove the ball 99 yards down the field. So I wouldn't exactly go hooray.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You knew it was going to be. That was on the first drive of the game for our defense. So you knew it was going to be a long day because they just did whatever they wanted to against us. Basically, they really didn't even have to run the ball because Herbert. There was no pressure on him. He was just sitting back there. He was just able to go through first progression, second progression, third progression. Oh, there's my open guy. Boom, hit him.
Hell, dude, he probably went through his progression 3 fucking times. He could have sat back there in a lawn chair sipping a tequila. No lie.
Right.
Yeah.
He had all the time in the world, man.
He was in a Corona commercial with Tony Romo.
Right? God, that'd be a pair.
Oh yeah, sure would. But yeah, we've been on for a little over 3 hours now, guys. So I think we're gonna wrap it up pretty soon here because I gotta get up. I gotta get up early for work tomorrow. So yeah, it's gonna
at me already. So
yeah, I'm sure I heard mine calling a couple minutes ago too. So yeah, but it's definitely been great, Joel. I really appreciate you coming on tonight, my guy.
Man,
more often, Joel. More often.
Yeah,
You're too quiet. You're too quiet on this.
Hey, next week when you guys are going to be our opponent, you should come on our East Meets West podcast. We'll definitely have you on. That'd be awesome.
What day is that?
Saturdays.
Yep, Saturday nights.
Saturday night. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, are you doing your live on Thursday for football?
I believe so. Yes.
I'll be there. I'll see you then.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah, Joel. If you want to, if you have any closing comments or anything like that, definitely let everybody know now, or just let them know where they can find you at, all that good stuff.
Hey, man, just classified 3F with Joel. The 3F stands for family, fishing, friends, fun, anything, you want it to be. The classified part is I tell trade secrets away. I try to get into the little details that not a lot of people talk about. It's like, I got a trade secret here for cooking or whatever. Nah, man, I'll tell you everything. You got questions? Drop them in. You want videos? Drop them in. I get back to you, man. I just like to have fun, man. That's why I created this channel, is just to have a good time, relax, and meet some great people. And man, you got YouTube content creators that I've been on lately. It's been just a ball and a pleasure being on with you guys. I can't thank y'all enough.
Awesome, man. Yeah,
man.
good stuff. Definitely.
Don't leave. Stay here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys- yeah, definitely go check out Classified 3F with Joel. Definitely, we'd appreciate it. Go sub him up. Go let him know you saw him on with the with Philly Foothills, the Nest Out West, and Eagles Uncensored, aka Eagles, and Papa Sora, my guy down below me. Let them know where they can find you at, my dude.
Yeah, so what's his face? Y'all can find me on Twitter at Papa_Fuchs. Fuchs is spelled Fuchs. And y'all are able to find me on both YouTube and Twitch with this name right here, just Papa Sora. Got some gonna work on kind of the welcome to my channel video, all that stuff, blah blah blah. Basically, I'm gonna do stuff like this and then really, really stupid skits. That's all I'm gonna do. And quite like not like the Uncensored podcast. I will not censor. My humor is much like Dave Chappelle. So if you get offended easily, don't come here. I'm just letting you know that right now. Don't come here.
I might have to get in on that with you.
Yeah, I'm thinking so myself. If I could break loose.
Right? Man, I could have some fun, bro. We could start like a Saturday Night Live skit on YouTube. That shit would be fun. That'd be awesome.
This is gonna be a lot of fuck you.
Oh yeah.
Tons, definitely. That'd be great.
I got stories. Ask Eagles Uncensored. I
trust
got
me.
stories.
He's got fucking stories, man. Ones that will blow your cat back blue. I'm not even kidding.
Stop the cap.
All right, my co-host, Mr. Uncensored. You got any
Listen,
closing
guys.
comments? Or just let him
Yes,
know.
I do. You know, shout out to the man below me here, Joel.
Thank
He is a very good friend of mine. One of the few true friends I have on here. You know, I keep my circle small. Y'all know who you are, but you know, he's a very, very cool individual. Like he said, he does cooking shows on his channel. He's a very good cook. You know, he talks his giant sports. He talks all sports. He's very knowledgeable, man. I plead you guys to go and sub him up. He is just a little over 100 subs. He's been doing this a while. He does 12-hour streams on Saturdays for college football. So if you like college football, dude, he does all the teams. Just a great guy, great individual to hang out with. And I'm always there. So definitely swing by his channel. You'll see me on there all the time. Even though they're Giant fans, man, it's just a great group of people, you know, and you know, I can't forget about Jeff. Jeff is really cool. Mac, all of them. You know, that whole panel that we are a part of over there. You know, I am the only Eagles content creator most of the time. Big Play Slate comes in sometimes, but I'm usually the lone dog, and they always show me respect, man. They never show me but love and kindness, and that you will always get that here, man. I promise you. If somebody starts on you, I will shut that shit down ASAP. You have no problems. Like,
I appreciate it,
man.
Absolutely.
But yeah, thank you so much, man, and please come back more. Like,
I try.
It just makes it great, dude. I know you're a busy man, so I appreciate you stopping in tonight.
Them 12-hour streams, man. I gotta get some beauty sleep somewhere. It's not working, my guy. I'm still just as ugly as I was when I started.
Oh man, you're not that bad, man.
Oh,
so. Anyway, man, this is AK Eagles of the Eagles Uncensored podcast. Great episode tonight. Enjoyed having everyone in here. I may fuss and cuss, but you can count on me and my content like the fucking city bus. And if you like the Wagyu, subscribe to. You know what it is, man. I appreciate everyone coming out tonight. East meets West, soon to be West and West. Love y'all. Peace.
Absolutely. And like I always say, you guys are the food and the water to the channel. Each and every one of you out there, all you guys that have been in the live stream tonight, we really, really appreciate it. At one point, we were almost to 20 in the stream, so that's really good. Really appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up on both channels because we're live. Not only, like I said earlier, we're double live streaming, not only on my channel, The Nest Out West, but also AK Eagles channel, the Eagles Uncensored podcast. So, and we're also on Twitter. So yeah, make sure you guys hit all the like buttons, do all that good stuff, share the content. Because like I always say, you like I said, you guys are the food and the water to the channel. Without you, it does not continue to survive. So if you're feeling the vibe, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to keep our dreams alive. And until next time, we fly until we die. Stay mean, stay green. Thanks for viewing us on your screen. But most importantly, keep it fuego.
Wagyu!
Fuego. Oh.
Great show, guys. Really appreciate you all, everybody out there. Thank you so much. You guys be safe, take care, and until next time, we out. Peace.